Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for the fans, by the fans. You already know what day it is, Friday at 7 p.m. This is your opportunity to be a part of the C3 Panthers podcast. The link to join the show is in the description down below of the YouTube and the Facebook video. Boys, Panthers are officially in training camp. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of offensive line stuff driving me up a wall. We have a quarterback competition to talk about. But listen, man, I'm going to do it with my free for all faithful, my freaks rather. You know what I'm saying? You know them and you love them. They're here every Friday. I'm just going to go in order here. First up, my man Kenneth Panther Pickle. How are you doing?
What's up, Mo? I'm doing good. The best thing about this week is, well, okay, I shouldn't say best thing, but one thing about this week is, again, it's another week and another week of injuries to other NFC South teams. Because
Yeah.
as good as they think they are, they never going to be better than us. They may win,
Amen.
but that's because they got lucky.
Yeah, I know Tampa Bay, they've had some weird injuries on their offensive line.
Yep.
I know Tristan Wirfs went down. I didn't
Yep.
know how long of a deal that was, if that's a season thing or not. I don't know. That'll definitely be something to monitor as we continue to go forward. Next up, from Massachusetts, my man Nick. What's up? He's got a beautiful brand new pair of Bose headphones. What's up, bro?
What up, bro? Had to upgrade, man. It was last couple of weeks were pretty bad. I didn't realize how bad it was, so had to do something. But dude, I'm ready for this season to start, man. And I hope to God it's not this shell game of an offensive line. It needs to be something, and it needs to be figured out before the season starts.
True facts on that one. Yeah, a lot of real big offensive line conversations coming up tonight, and I got some clips to be able to go along with it. Next up from Charleston, South Carolina, my man, my brother, White Chocolate Espresso. Brother, what's up, man?
Not much. I'm not drinking no white chocolate espresso, though. I'm drinking some whiskey.
Ah, shit. Hell yeah, man. Happy to have you here on the Free For All.
I'm happy to be here.
Good. I'm happy that you're
We're
happy
to have you.
I'm happy.
Yeah, we're happy for everybody to be here.
Awesome.
It's an awesome time.
Awesome.
Next up, you know him, you love him. Me and this man probably agree more than anyone else. My man Drew. What's up, Drew?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
Sorry I missed last week, but the show was great, and we got a lot to discuss because these hog mollies are just being unfairly treated right now.
By man.
The one and only Rat Mule.
Rat Mule already mismanaging the offensive line. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. Next up, you know him and love him. It's my man Jay Stubbs. Jay Stubbs, Panther football is almost here, bro. What's up?
Happy Friday, everybody. And Little Wayne lighter flick because it's about to go down in Charlotte.
Shit. It's about to go down. This quarterback competition, offensive line competition. A ton to talk about. Next up, joining us on camera for once, my man DJ. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good? What's good? How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing
My
good.
game
How are you?
brother.
Yo, how's that? Spurs up.
Spurs up. Cody,
Bro, y'all better chill with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. We can't have none of that here. But let me make sure this is still okay. Good. All right, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. Gentlemen, y'all want to start with the O-line? Y'all want to start quarterback?
O-line.
O-line, definitely.
Let's do it. So, Brady Christensen has been starting at left tackle for most of training camp. Today, they finally put Brady at guard and Akema Kwanu at left tackle. But Bradley Bozeman has also been relegated to the second string. Is Matt Rhule already starting to mismanage this offensive line? Who wants to jump on this first?
Hell yes, he's mismanaging the damn line. How do you sign one of the best damn centers in free agency and tell him, oh, you're going to back up Pat Elflein, who couldn't block my 3-year-old?
Yeah.
I don't get it. We sat here this whole offseason and we're talking about, oh, this offensive line is going to be great. We got Icky, we got Brady, we got Bozeman, we got Taylor Moton, Austin Corbett. The line's going to be great. It's going to be all set. And this idiot, he could screw up a freaking wet dream. I'm sorry. It's awful that we have to sit here and have this damn conversation that he's got Bradley Bozeman as a backup. And I don't want to hear anybody say, well, maybe Pat Elflein's out playing Bozeman. That's bullcrap. We have film on both. And Stevie Wonder can see that damn Bradley Bozeman is a better center than Pat freaking Elflein.
And, you know, the fact that we're playing them around so much, it leaves even less time for all of our offensive line to get on the same page with one another.
And Cody, not only that, but they said Corbett was out today because he had an ingrown toenail removed.
An ingrown toenail, yeah.
That's fine. So that's really the only reason we got Icky in the starting lineup with Brady Christensen is because Corbett was out. But instead of saying, okay, you know what? Corbett's out. We're going to put Deontay Brown in at right guard. They moved freaking Michael Jordan over to right guard. Right. Are you kidding me?
They seem to have this propensity to want to shove Pat Elflein and
Michael
Jordan down our throats. Like and you know, Matt Rhule continues to be on this. Everyone has to earn their spot. Everyone has to earn their stripes. He doesn't care where you were drafted. He doesn't care how you got to the team. He's really like making people earn their start. And on face value, I kind of understand. But this is a detriment to our team at this point when you're not choosing to play the best guys. By the way, I think Brady Christensen has looked outstanding from the left tackle position.
Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that at all.
He's looked really good, but the one thing that does worry me is, let's face it, okay? This team is practicing against one another. Last year, our defense was practicing against our terrible O-line. So I wonder what Brady Christensen will do with a larger defensive end coming at him. Someone like Myles Garrett or something along those lines.
That's why I can't wait till preseason because, and I know in some on Twitter I'm kind of I'm trying to be more laid back, but what I look at it is when the preseason starts, when you actually have someone that you haven't had for the last month going up against you, you actually have someone that doesn't care if you keep a job or not because they want their job. You know, how does Pat Elflein hold up? How does and I said it on Twitter, and honestly, if folks don't understand this, I don't care that Pat Elflein starts right now, and I don't care that Sam starts. In fact, we open up preseason. I want Sam and Pat Elflein to be on it, and Michael Jordan at the same time. Why? Because when they go out there and all three of them get their ass kicked on the football field, maybe, just maybe, it'll be another key in the pocket for that coaching staff, not count Matt Rhule, to understand they trash, get them off the field.
So
I'd rather have some cohesiveness. I'd rather have them kind of get their best, whatever.
Yeah,
get them out there because we need some reps, man. This is a brand new O-line, man.
I do agree. If it's all up to me, I'll be honest with you. If it's all completely up to me, we would have cut Pat Elflein and Michael Irvin or Michael Jordan, right? Well, and him too. We'll throw him in there too. I would have cut all three of them a week after the season. I said it all the way back there, and I said it now. I'd throw Sam Darnold. I'd cut them all and be done with it. Salary cap be damned. I'd have cut all of them. And when I cut them, I wouldn't be nice about it. I'd cut them and say they're being cut because they're outright trash and they don't belong on an NFL football field. And if people didn't like it, too damn bad. They come up to me the next year or Sunday and tell me what I'm doing wrong when they whoop my team's ass. But to have them the head coach, is exactly what I'm putting it down.
Cody,
But
go ahead.
I personally don't think Matt Rhule has the intelligence to be an NFL head coach. He's doing what he's doing in his little brain stem because that's what college coaches do. And he doesn't have the intelligence to be a real NFL head coach.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
So I have two questions here, and they both revolve around the center position, okay? Austin Corbett, the ingrown toenail. Could that have caused him to not really be on the field all that much over the last week? And then on top of that, okay, Pat Elflein played... I feel like he's been known to... I feel like I've heard somewhere that he's been known to play better at center than anywhere on the left side. Mm-hmm. So he could be a quality backup. I am very surprised I haven't heard anything about Deontay Brown. But, yeah, no, it's mostly maybe I wonder if it's just Austin Corbett shouldn't have been playing because of that ingrown toenail, or maybe it's something else. And maybe Pat Elflein has stepped up his game. Who knows?
I had thought that Corbett had played all the way up until today. He wasn't on the injury report or anything, but I think he had lined up and played up until today. I've had ingrown toenails before myself quite often. I've had surgery to remove them. So, but they're not really all. I mean, they are bad, but they are not all that bad. Let's get to all. But doing what he's doing, I understand where he wants. If he's going to have to take a day or a couple of days to get it removed, now is the time to do that, though.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Pat Elflein, if you remember last year, we talked when he moved in center that he looked better at center than he did guard, and a lot of us thought Pat Elflein would be a good backup. I still think I'm not certain. One of the beat reporters a week or so ago said in goal line, Pat. This is what gets me ticked off. In goal line, when they go in goal line situations in practice, they literally pull Pat Elflein off the field and put Bozeman on a center in goal line situations. That is what you do in college, folks. Some of you watch college football a lot. I don't. That's what you do in college. Guess what, Matt Rhule? This ain't college. Fact is, Matt Rhule stood next to a high school team. That might or where he go coach high school.
So look, I have a question, right? And it goes back to the left tackle spot. And I think that Brady Christensen has looked damn good at left tackle. If you've seen, I put up some reps against him and Brian Burns. And I felt like Brady Christensen kind of got the best of Brian in the few times that I've seen them. This is Marquise Haynes going up against Ikem Ekwonu right now. It's interesting because Taylor Moton and Matt Rhule have essentially come out and said that Icky has some learning to do pretty much. And that, he's still a rookie in the NFL and that it's going to take some time for him to pick stuff up. So, for example, I think Marquise Haynes, right here, he gets the better of Icky. And I'm not freaking out about this. But again, y'all know the hill that I'm dying on, man. The fact that they haven't given Ikem Ekwonu even one snap at left guard on first teams, dude, that's insane to me, man. This big, strong people mover, and you're not going to put him at a guard that he might be better suited to play as a freshman anyway. If there's a lot of nuances to the left tackle position, it seems as though guard would be an easier access to actually getting on the offensive line. Am I a freak for thinking this, or why won't the Panthers at least experiment? Whoever wants to jump in.
Because it's Matt Rhule. Any other head coach would be smart enough to say, okay, Brady Christian's holding his own. Let's put in. We want to get our first round pick on the field. Let's slide him in guard and see how he does. If it doesn't work out, then you need to slide him back outside, but at least give him the opportunity and get him on the field. It's like he's got a fetish with rookie offensive players.
Yes.
Rookie defensive players, you can start right off the bat. I mean, look at everybody said Jeremy Chin, Derek Brown. They all came in. J.C. Horn, starters from day one. Yeah. But on the offensive side of the ball, you've got to earn your spot. I'm like, we screamed to the high heavens all last year. Brady Christian needs to be out on the field. You need to put him out there and see what he's got. Get Cam Irvin off the field. Oh, he's not ready. He's not ready. And then in the offseason, he's sitting there going, you know what? Maybe I should have played Brady Christian a little bit more during the season. No shit, Sherlock.
My biggest thing is
go ahead.
My biggest thing is like they sold us right on we upgraded the O-line, we upgraded it, and we all agree they did, but training camp starts and they put the same O-line out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
you think it might be him trying to start a fire in the Rook? Like, hey,
no, it's just
come in here and win it.
They need every rep they can get, bro. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
preseason sport.
Right.
I mean, can I ask y'all a question? Has anybody actually seen it in person or a post or a video of Icky lined up at left tackle?
I've seen it. Today.
Today I just showed a few of the reps.
I didn't mean left tackle. I'm sorry. That's what I said. I meant left guard. Just my bad.
No,
right.
Okay, that's what I thought. I know.
I have actually heard that he has played a couple of snaps at left guard with the first teams
and the second team, I think.
Okay.
Mostly with the second teams, but yes, with the first teams.
But,
a couple of
am I wrong in this? Listen, people who have been on this, part of this podcast for a while, they've heard me talk my shit for a while. But doesn't it feel like the coaches are just now realizing how good Christensen is at left tackle? I look at this rep against Brian Burns right here, right? So tries to get to the outside, spins back in. Brady's able to maintain, get his hands inside his chest. Like, Brady Christensen is a freak athlete. And it feels like now they're like, oh, okay, we actually do have a really talented football player here. I don't know. I just really hope that they don't screw around and choose not to put Brady and Kevin Kwanu on the offensive line at the same time. Like, we need to maximize our talent and get everyone out on the football field.
Cody, maybe they're scared to put Akim Ekwonu out there week 1 against Myles Garrett. And that could be a thing.
Put him in at guard.
Yeah, you can put him at guard. Let him get some experience, like live game experience.
Clearly, he's not going to play guard. He had no reps at it.
Well, my opinion is Michael Jordan is just in the way right now. Whatever Rhule's love affair with Michael Jordan, apparently it ain't going to end until I absolutely have I would not be surprised if Michael Jordan comes out in preseason and allows a massive amount of sacks. I
don't think Matt Rhule is really going to start Michael Jordan in the regular season. I think he's just doing this in training camp to kind of ease Icky and Brady Christensen into the lineup. There's no way in hell Matt Rhule is going to start Michael Jordan at left guard. So y'all can cancel that.
I hope so.
So hold on. One, let me apologize. I completely forgot to.
Who is that?
Yeah, I completely forgot to introduce my man Locks. Locks, what up, bro? Happy you could join us, man. And let me ask you this then. Why do you think there is this insistence upon playing Michael Jordan and Pat Elflein when they didn't do shit for the Panthers last year? Why are they still trying to shove these two has-beens down our throat?
I guess because they were starters last year. Like, I guess I don't. I have no explanation.
I don't.
There's
I
only one
really
answer.
don't.
He don't know what he's doing. That's it. It's simple.
Yeah. Now, I do like what Brian Burns said today when he was asked about Icky and Brady Christensen. To me, Brian Burns was upfront, honest, and truthful, and he said, I don't know if you've seen it, but he really opened up good about what he said. Icky, he said Brady's done a lot of good. He said Brady's took a complete turnaround from last year. And you can watch film. Brady's really looks good at tackle.
And I guarantee you, those defensive players are telling Matt Rhule this every day. Like who's
and
who's looking like good, who's looking like trash.
Yeah, he mentioned Icky. He mentioned Icky, and he said Icky's getting better every day. But he says, he mentioned now it's online. If I misunderstand this or misremember, I'm sure somebody in chat's going to bawl me out for it. But but if I remember correctly, he said that Icky is all power right now. He said that's what Brady was last year was all power. But you got to learn to be patient, because if you're not patient as a tackle, some speed rusher is going to go right around you when you start bull rushing. They're just going to swap you and go right around you. So that's what Brian Burns said. So
the long way to go comment just kind of throws me off, because it's like, well, the season starts in a month.
I agree, dude.
Yep.
I really
It took him 6, right?
Honest,
or whatever.
To me, it's about lack of repetition.
Yeah.
If you have a bunch of guys that are going to be on your offensive line day one, well, put them in the position where they're already starting to learn how to get on the same page, rather than just dicking around and doing this. Oh, we got to find the best guy, and the rookie players, they have proved themselves. Like, why is it that every other NFL team every year has a rookie that comes out of nowhere and is a great addition to the football team offense, and that never happens to the Panthers? Dude, it drives me up a fucking wall, man. And I felt like Ron Rivera did the same shit. And to my worst nightmare, Matt Rhule is even worse than Ron Rivera.
We could have a bigger problem. We could have Icky getting kicked out of practice.
I was about to make a joke about that.
I noticed there ain't no Saint fan in here running a lip today.
Y'all want me to play that too?
Man.
I can play. Hold on.
Play it.
Which fight? First, second, or third?
All three of them.
So
for those of you who don't know, Trevor Penning, the left tackle for the New Orleans Saints, he has been in 3 fights and kicked out of practice already.
Who do you think he is? Steve Smith?
What was his draft card? Was a lot of penalties and flags?
Yeah,
he's held up to the reputation for sure.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
So look, this is this dude just getting absolutely owned.
But see, I don't even think that's his fault right there, because that dude swung on him.
Yeah, but then it's all the extra shit. You keep on going back and forth. Oh, that was a punch. But
that's
another thing.
That's going to happen every play.
He's trying to get dudes to fight him.
Right. And if just to be bluntly honest, as an NFL fan, if I even try to forget I'm a Panther fan, you look at this kid, there's no way the Saints can actually start him or even play him for at least for the first couple games.
So far, there's 2 videos right there. It's all been the offensive players starting shit.
Well, he already got CTE or something.
I'm curious as to whether or not he tried it with Cam Jordan or anybody.
No, it looks like just.
From what I read, it's
there you go.
It's kind of backup. But you know as well as I do, he's going to approach somebody who was just going to be meaner than he is.
To be honest, those things
he's
don't look bad at all. They look like training camp shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like all those scuffles is like.
But
that's the first ones to wear the helmets.
That's also his MO though. Like if you remember, even at the Senior Bowl, he was starting fights with people, picking fights with people, and when you watch this film, dude, he would let so many defenders get right into his chest. And by the way, that guy wasn't even first team with the Saints yet. That even they know that he is
Look, I'm
nowhere near ready.
I'm not saying he's
Because-
good. I'm just saying those fight moments were just like,
Oh yeah.
You know,
Training-
coaches are gonna. You know, players and coaches of other teams are salivating if he gets on the field.
You
They're
damn
like, we're
right.
gonna get that dude mad, and he gonna blow up.
15 yards automatic.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
they're-
before we move on from the offensive line, does anyone think that we're overreacting to this too early? So a lot of people online. I'm very vocal about Matt Rhule not knowing what the fuck he's doing, managing this offensive line. And then a lot of people are kind of like, well, it's still early. We haven't even gotten to game one. Let them sort things out. Is there any possibility that we are overblowing this? Or do we have legitimate concerns that Matt Rhule... Yeah, go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin.
I am one of those just kind of relaxed people. But if game one is the offensive line that he's rolling out with, then I say, fuck. Like preseason training, I don't give a shit. Game one, I want to see Brady Christensen on the guard or left tackle, or Icky at the guard or left tackle.
I'm never concerned about training camp. I'm never concerned about training camp because we've seen this years and years and years. When guys play and they start training camp, and when it come down to the regular preseason games, you see the haves from the have-nots, and by the time the regular season starts, I believe Michael Jordan he may be cut. They may cut him and keep Deontay Brown and Cody Mays. And as far as Icky and Brady, I think Brady can be a very good left guard. I think if you draft somebody, an offensive lineman at the sixth spot, he looks rough now. He look real rough now. But I think by the time the training camp ends and the regular the preseason ends, I think he'll be if he gets enough reps, I think he'll be a decent left tackle at least to start the year. And he'll get better as the year goes on. So I'm not concerned at all.
Cody, you remember Jamar Chase in training camp, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. He was dropping passes, looking terrible.
That man like the best receiver in the league when he went in game one.
I mean, he broke Randy Moss's rookie record.
But my only thing with the O-line is like I said, I'm with y'all. Like I will see week one, but for years is like this is where you build like everybody starts building their everybody gets used to playing beside this guy because Matt Rhule is not going to play everybody during preseason. We already know that. He has a track record of he's going to play the scrubs as much as possible. And when week one starts, we're going to go who's going to be the starter, and it's kind of concerning. But I'm hoping week one we have some kind of continuity on the O line, but it's not looking like it.
I understand concerns, but like I'm not going to freak out.
Yeah, I mean, normally we would say, okay, everybody's overreacting. But Matt Rhule has caused this because of his track record. Everybody's seen what he's done in the past, and it's like, if there's a way to screw something up, Matt Rhule will find a way to do it.
The thing is like for me, I guess you could say I'm going against the grain a little bit, even though talent-wise, I really do feel Icky, Christensen, Bozeman, Corbett, and Moton should be the starting five. If it works out for whatever odd reason, Michael Jordan is the starting guard and Icky is on the sideline, and they essentially redshirt him. It worked out with Moton. Like his first year, Moton didn't play at all, and then second year took the starting job, and dude's been in every game since. So, like, if that's the lineup they go with, and the O line looks solid, I'm not going to be upset. I'd only get pissed if they go out there and the left guard position looks like ass, or the left tackle position, the left side of the line looks like ass. Then I'm gonna be right here pissed as hell. Like, yo, why didn't you guys?
Hey, JD, I think Mo started from day one. I think he started from day one.
Let's say again.
Moton started for day one.
Shit.
No, I don't think Taylor. No, Taylor Moton.
Daryl
But-
Williams
I
is
don't
starting
think
at
so.
right time.
Yeah,
But-
they
no.
gave Daryl Williams
Daryl-
over
I get that.
Taylor
He
Moton.
should have started, but he didn't.
And bro,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like
Hold on.
They
Ron
were-
Rivera did the same shit.
Yeah,
Ron
they-
Rivera didn't want to play rookie players,
I mean,
and,
you take
and
this
now
to-
Matt Rhule is doing the same.
I
thing.
get that, but Taylor Moton was not a top 10 pick.
No,
We
they
picked top
drafted
10,
Taylor
he's just-
Moton. They drafted him to move him to left guard. That was the original plan.
Charles Cross
But-
is starting in Seattle.
Yeah, but
Evan
he didn't.
Neal is starting for the Giants.
We took him
Every
six.
top 10 pick
That's all
should be
I'm saying.
starting, unless you're a quarterback waiting on another.
Bro,
quarterback.
y'all know Trey Smith was drafted in the 6th round, and how about we could have had him?
Hey, you coming?
and
You
and
coming?
instead we drafted
coming?
Thomas Fletcher, and Thomas Fletcher was just released and is no longer on the team.
God.
Bro, you can't make that shit up, man.
He didn't even expect to get drafted. That's how bad it was. He was like, "What?
He
You
was like,
drafted?"
"Oh my god, no way, dude! I thank you so much. I love you."
He was ready for free agency.
All right, so
But yeah, to answer your question, if
Yeah.
I can,
Yeah.
I do think we are over. I think a lot of folks are overreacting a little bit, myself included. Sometimes I'm on Twitter freaked out, and 5 minutes later I'll post something and like, "Yeah, we all need to calm down a little bit." So I kind of got a mental illness or something on that shit sometimes.
It's understandable because,
you know,
like, Matt Rhule
yeah.
fucked
Yeah,
up the offensive
exactly,
line.
and that's
Yeah,
what I
we've
started
been
to
through
say. A lot of this, but I think it's going to iron itself out between.
If this was
preseason
Mike
break.
Tomlin doing this,
You
nobody
know,
would give a
next
shit.
training camp ends next Thursday. After that,
And that's
what
my
little
point.
access we got, we ain't gonna get nothing.
They ain't got no kind of continuity on the O line, man, or quarterback. We
No.
don't know who. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said,
And
if this,
we
if this was
may
Mike,
not know. We may not know until they walk out week 1.
if this was
That's
Mike
just
Tomlin,
fact.
nobody would give
Now-
a shit because it's Matt
All right,
Rhule.
Yeah,
so hey-
all this.
Exactly.
all right, so
Okay.
hold on before we go forward.
All right.
I gotta welcome this man to the conversation. You know him, you
What?
love him.
Do I?
It's G motherfucking baby.
Oh,
G, what's up,
shit.
dog?
Baby.
What's up with my dogs, G?
What's happening, bro?
We out here
What up,
living our best life. What you got to say, bro?
Living the dream, man.
Hey, man, I feel blessed, man. I just turned 31, man. A lot of motherfuckers that look like myself, man.
Happy
So
birthday,
you get
Baby.
age, man.
Man,
So,
you don't look 31.
I know, man.
Around the
No.
sun, man. That's
We know
big time.
why.
Turned 31 June 1st. Welcome to the club.
Hey, thank you, G. Thank you. I feel
Yeah.
blessed and humble, man.
Hey,
I'm
your 30s are the
53
best,
going
bro.
on 63.
I was just about to ask, am I the oldest person here?
19.
I think Pickle in the house.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all something real quick.
Yeah.
If James Camper was to come out instead of Matt Rhule and say he just needs a little bit of time,
You're gonna
would
afford
we be
it?
upset? Would we be as upset?
He
You know
said
what I'm
Friday,
saying?
bro.
Is-
He don't give a
Say
shit.
that
Is-
one more time. If he did
If
what now?
James Campen or even Ben McAdoo was to come out instead of Matt Rhule and say he's going to be a stud tackle, he just needs a little bit of more time to get used to the speed of the NFL or some other excuse. If they said it instead of Matt Rhule, would we trust it more?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
It's
probably
all-
so.
That's me. That's me.
It's all
And
reputation.
I don't doubt that maybe Icky needs time or maybe the offensive line, they're working through issues. But when you don't trust Matt Rhule, you don't feel you can believe anything he says. So your natural assumption is to say he's lying.
There's a difference between Sam Darnold saying I'm seeing ghosts and Tom Brady saying I'm seeing ghosts.
Well, but
Yeah,
and
exactly.
but you know what though, Pickle? It's not even that I think Matt Rule's lying. It's that I think he doesn't even know what he's looking at.
No.
I think he's
I
going
haven't
to
seen
set
it.
the wall.
I feel like there's a genuine
Yeah.
incompetence
Yeah.
when it comes to Matt Rule
He's
evaluating
just throwing
the
shit at the
talent
wall.
I
on
don't
his own football team.
I don't think he does.
And that's what scares me. And by the way,
Yeah.
I feel like all the coaching hires this year were to help take the decision making off Matt Rule. That's what Ben
Listen.
McAdoo was. That's what James Camp
But listen,
was.
Cody, this helps firing Matt Rule.
I believe
If this blows up, I mean, it's easier to fire him.
I believe that Matt Rhule gets all his information. I believe that from the time he came into the Panthers, he gets a majority of his information from his coaches. Literally that. For example, that's why the short arm bullshit that was prominent last year, all of a sudden is no longer there. He gets it from his position coach or the offensive line coach. Exactly. I mean, the offensive line coach says he can't play tackle. He's got to shoot too short of his arm. I mean, go Google the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line right now and see.
I want to see
see how many of them have short arms.
And the DBO sign gone now too. So
what the fuck are you talking about short arms?
Hey, did you guys touch the subject of this rat fucking not playing Icky? Have we talked about that?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Go ahead, G.
Right now.
All right, let me touch base on this, man. This motherfucker, man. He's gonna stunt the growth of fucking Icky, bro. This shit don't make sense to me, man. It does not make sense. What? Why did we draft Icky at 6?
That's what I've been saying, G.
Didn't nobody had
this dude is a pathological liar, bro. He's a criminal. He's a crook. Like, I have so much bad shit to just say. Just him as a person, it doesn't make sense. Isn't this the same person? The first day he came out and said Brady Christensen was one of our best fucking players.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to play the entire fucking season last year. That don't make sense to me, man. And now all of a sudden, Brady, what about Icky, man? Why isn't Icky playing?
Camping, man. Camping probably went to Rhule and was like, that little bit of tape you have on Christensen, dude can actually play left tackle. I don't know who the hell told you that short arm shit. Yep. That dude didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
That's what happens when you hire Brady as your offensive coordinator. If you look at
what's this guy's name? His name is Chapman.
Camping, ain't it?
Chapman. Okay, was he a part of the organization before the draft?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did we draft Icky then? This don't make sense to me. Fuck this shit, man.
I'm with you.
Okay?
So, let me go to Nick. Go ahead, Nick.
Look at all the players that were taken in the draft before the draft got to us, okay?
Defense.
It was, 5 defensive players in a row?
Yep.
Or was it 4?
It was
okay,
all
so we had the first offensive pick in the draft.
We had the
look
choice.
At the other 3 choices that were there. You had Penning, who we just talked about has issues as far as fights and that sort of deal.
Hey, fuck that shit. I don't want to hear that. That motherfucker a dog, G. I'd rather have him on my fucking team than anything, dog.
Why? Why?
A lot of those fights, he's not starting those fights. Hey, I like that. I'm not gonna let no motherfucker push me around mentality, dog.
Well, that's nice, but in the NFL,
he is being pushed around, though. Well, let Nick finish his statement. Go ahead, Nick.
I did agree with that.
And then who's that third offensive lineman that we all talked about? Was it Cross?
Cross.
Yeah. So Charles
Evan
Cross
Neal.
went to
Evan Neal.
Charles Cross
all
and
right,
Evan Neal. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, and how are those 2 guys doing?
They're practicing on the field.
Evan Neal is kicking. Yeah. Yep. Evan Neal's kicking ass, and that's the one that we always do the opposite of what we're supposed to do.
Okay, but
JC Horn should have been Patrick Surtain.
Yeah. Well,
hold on.
It's way too early for that.
So, if those guys are playing great, are they playing great at left tackle or are they playing at left guard?
Left
The only one
tackle.
I've seen at left tackle is Cross.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know anything about.
Right tackle.
I'm just saying I don't know anything about how any of those dudes look.
So what?
But we are talking about the 6th pick of the draft, boys.
What if Campbell came in here and said that, hey, Christensen looks great at left tackle last year. He needs a little bit more practice. He needs a little finesse. Focus a little bit more on the agility versus the power. And Icky, put him at guard. Let him develop this year at guard.
I have no problem.
And then, hey, if one of them goes down, you can put the other guy in the other spot and bring someone else in.
Yep.
And
I
don't matter. To me, it doesn't matter which guy plays what position. Just get them both out there on the field.
And what about Bozeman, though?
10 pick,
Bozeman is playing left guard, boys.
Unless you're a quarterback,
Bozeman's
you should
playing
start.
Second string, bro.
That's what we were
Wasn't
talking
it
about
a,
earlier, G baby. He was Brosman was second string
Who was
today,
first?
and
Michael
no,
Jordan, Pat Eflin.
he's been getting some. Brosman's been getting mainly second team reps.
Somebody get
By
pulled
the way,
over.
if y'all got noise in
Yeah,
the
they are.
background, try and mute your mic when you're not talking.
No, I keep that thing open. We want to make sure no one gets hurt.
Nah, we ain't trying to hear the sirens. But I mean, yeah, dude. Like, look, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are saying that we need to like calm down, let it play out. But at the same time, I hear what Drew said earlier. Like, we have now a very clear history of Matt Rhule mismanaging the offensive line. So,
Cody,
I don't blame
honestly,
people.
Shout out to Panther Blue in the chat. You are 100% correct, my friend. Cross and Neil are playing because their team has no one else.
that's very true.
Same reason teams ruin quarterbacks. They
I was
have no
gonna
one
say,
else.
Icky can't play
Well,
guard.
I remember we drafted 6th round pick Dennis Daly. He was a tackle in college, and we put him at tackle because Little failed, and we didn't have anybody else.
Yeah, where is Dennis Daly?
Dennis
still on
Daly
the
is
still on the
the
roster.
third
Playing
string
backup
right
where he
tackle.
belongs.
He's the third string right tackle for the Panthers.
He might get cut.
More than likely, he'll get cut.
But
Wasn't
Cody,
it just like a prominent ESPN analyst that said that Icky has the potential to be a Pro Bowl left tackle, but a Hall of Fame left guard? Like I feel like I remember hearing someone say that on draft.
I mentioned playing him at guard on Twitter earlier this week, and people roasted me alive. You don't play him.
I know, like people have this mindset.
They all in the hell of it, and to me, it's incompetence. And I'm sorry if people get their feelings hurt. That's what it is, incompetence.
That's the main thing.
But it's not even just incompetence. It's the fact that everyone automatically believes left tackle is a superior, more important position.
Not on this team.
There is some truth to that, but it doesn't tell the whole truth. I frankly think that on a team like the Panthers, guard play is probably more important than tackle.
That's why all the
always important when you don't have good quarterbacks. When you have good quarterbacks,
my
left
feelings
tackle.
are just okay. Left tackle is important. I really understand that. I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but when you have your left tackle spot filled, unfortunately, something stupid happened last year, and Brady didn't get to prove himself. Brady Christensen's clearly come out this training camp ready to prove to the world that he belongs at left tackle. Now, good going for that young man. Good go for that young man. Earn his money. So if he's a stud at tackle, fine. Try Icky at guard. You ain't hurt nothing. Surely Icky at guard's better than Michael Jordan.
And Bozeman, bro.
Yeah, but if you put Icky at guard, he's gonna want left tackle money, and he got drafted as I'm telling you, he's a left tackle. He's not gonna switch. He won't switch. He's gonna.
But while he's on the rookie contract, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any. But like wherever the coaches play him on their rookie contract, they don't have any say so. Like he's gonna get in where he fits in.
Do you
we
think
can worry about that 5, 6 years from now?
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
But do you think they're preparing Brady Christensen to take over the right tackle position and eventually trade Taylor Moton?
Hell no.
I don't know how you could be.
Next year,
hell no.
We just restructured him, didn't we?
I mean, maybe a year.
It kind of reminds me of the tight end wide receiver type thing where you got the tight end who's a receiving tight end. He want to get paid receiver money, but the team want to pay him like a tight end, and that don't work. So I think, like I said, Icky is gonna want that left tackle money sooner or later. So if you put him at guard and he's an All Pro, and then you leave Brady Christensen at left tackle and he just above average. Sooner or later they gonna want to move Icky to the left tackle spot, and I mean,
and that's why I say picking Icky at 6 was a fucking mistake, bruh. There was no need to, bruh. There was no need to, bruh.
He'd be 28.
They need to play him at the right position.
Cody, he only played left guard in college like 18 snaps, dude.
But and in high school too, and it was dominant though. Like that's what I'm saying. He can be an All-Pro at both of them. Like, and that's a good problem to have, man. Our offensive line is better
I don't.
with him doing that.
I mean, just because he starts at left tackle this year doesn't mean he won't, or left guard this year doesn't mean he won't next year. He will next year. I mean, let's remember, Travell Wharton played multiple positions. Taylor Moultrie, when he started out as a rookie,
we took him 6 though, man.
Guard, and then Darrell Williams broke his leg, and they didn't have nobody else, so they put Moultrie at right tackle. That man's been there ever since.
Moulton will be 28 next month.
So
like
I mean,
in 2 years,
I understand. I
he'll
do.
be 30.
But I mean, it's a great problem to have, and I would rather have 2 quality left tackles on this roster than what we was last year.
Why was Bill Belichick so successful in his first 3 Super Bowls?
Because he cheated
players before they
cheated.
He was recording the other team's plays. That's why he was
That too.
The best case scenario would be.
But he traded Malloy from the safety position early.
It's not Cam Irving. I'm good.
You got Rodney Harris.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do y'all have anything else you want to say about the O-line? Because we're going to move
Cody,
on.
my only thing is I just want to see whether this guy or that guy. I just want to see the best 5 out there. I do not think the best 5 are out there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm hoping that gets fixed sometime soon.
I understand about argument. What Jay
We're going to
saying,
pick on JD.
For many, for all through the Fox era and the Rivera era, all we kept told it is offensive linemen had to gel. They had to gel. And Matt Rhule comes in and pisses in the water and tells everybody it's Kool-Aid.
Cody.
Yeah.
Where do you
I told JD. I told JD I'd get to him second. Kevin.
Yeah. I just was gonna say to the like Christensen at left tackle and Icky at left guard. I mean, it could play out. A scenario could play out in which Icky's a pretty damn good left tackle, and we know that Icky can play the left tackle position too. So a year or 2 from now, a team that needs a left tackle, we could just trade Christensen, get some draft picks right there, keep Icky out the left tackle, and then replace the left guard position with whoever's next up. So
can I just throw this out there though? What if Brady Christensen turns out to be a dog?
And we got
good problems.
The man.
Those are good problems.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I got one thing to say about that.
Yeah.
What I see a lot sometimes with fans, they always want these big 6'6", 340-pound guards. I don't think your guard has to be that big to be physical. I think you can be a 6'6", 298-pound guard, and you can still be as good as a 340-pound mauler. You don't got to be 340.
How big was Trey Turner?
But Cody, exactly. We traded Trey Turner as a Pro Bowler. Imagine what we do with Taylor Moulton.
My only thing
28.
is, if Michael Jordan starts over Icky, whether he's ready or not, I don't want a guy. Didn't he say sacks happen? And is that him or somebody else?
I
think it was Cam Irving. Was it Irving?
Yeah, I think it was Irving.
Oh, okay.
Irving or Michael Jordan. Dude, how embarrassing! That's the worst shit that you could say.
But Cody, why is Michael Jordan still out there?
Dude,
man, y'all gotta stop shitting on Michael Jordan like that, man. Y'all crazy.
Trash.
He's not trash, bro. He's not trash. He's average. He ain't trash. He's average.
Dude, there wasn't one play last year where I remember Michael Jordan just.
Cody, he had like a 5-game streak, G.
Bro,
like, come on, bro. I'm sorry y'all sitting on Michael Jordan like he's something, bro. Hell nah, bro.
G-Baby.
There were a few games in which Jordan was doing
Time out. I don't want to get stuck on Michael Jordan. I really do. I want to move on to this quarterback conversation because really this has been the biggest news that's been surrounding Panthers training camp, man. And if you believe Matt Rhule, they are still deep in the middle of a competition. But
this is the biggest mistake I've ever seen a team do, man.
Bro, if you follow the beat reporters, everyone's saying this man right here, number 6, is starting to run away with shit, y'all. Beautiful pass to the back, hit Terrace Marshall Jr. going up.
He's
and
out
snag
now,
the
right?
ball. Huh?
Isn't he hurt now or no?
Yes.
Man.
Terrence Marshall
Again?
played today.
Yeah, he's on the pub list.
Bro, I'm done, G. I'm done with Terrence Marshall Jr., bro.
Bro, we can't be done
Well,
with
he's not
no one.
No,
bro.
fuck
Wait a minute,
that
he's not
shit.
pub list. He's just hurt.
We drafted him in the second round. Did you guys forget?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It might be Curtis
Joe
Samuel all
Brady.
over again.
God damn.
Joe Brady.
Fucking, oh, that dude is, oh my God.
But
Joe
Cody,
Brady didn't draft him.
but
Joe
he
Brady
won
just
one.
offensive coordinator. He might have said, "Hey, I
Joe Brady
Nah,
had
he had a lot of
big
influence.
fucking and Terrence Marshall Jr.
Let me
He
ask y'all
won
this:
at him.
do you remember who we did not draft so we could draft Joe Brady, or draft Terrence Marshall? Jr.?
Yeah, Creed Humphrey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No way.
Cody,
Oh my.
Yeah.
See? This is
in 2 years,
Talking
Caleb
about.
Wilson's going to be 30. You think he's still going to be top 10, top 15 right tackle?
Who did you say? Taylor Moton?
He'll be 30 in 2 years. Do you think he'll be a top 10, top 15 left right
Bro,
tackle?
he's a top 10 tackle right now.
In 2 years?
Right now.
Especially if
Dude.
he has, if
I'm
he
not
has a
saying
better
right now.
offensive
I'm saying,
line
like,
around
next
him,
year?
then yeah.
Yeah, the best ability is availability, and he's always available, G. Always.
I think a year
And
from
his
now you move
contract runs
Brady
out
to
in
right
25.
tackle and have him trade.
I love me some Moton, man.
Get a first rounder or a second rounder for him in a year.
Nah, bro, we ain't giving up on Moton like that. That's homebred shit, man. That's the thing. See, we got to keep our players that we draft here in Carolina, bro. We always fucking draft players, and after 4 years, we want to let them go. That's not how you build a dynasty. We're not.
Yeah,
We're not
that's
putting no
exactly
superstars to start with.
Hold on, time out.
That's
I want to introduce my man Anthony to the stream. Anthony, what's up, bro?
What's up, Cody? Thought I'd jump in.
Dude?
Y'all were talking
Yeah,
about
you're just in time. Is Baker Mayfield running away with this competition, or is Matt Rhule still messing up by making them split first team reps with Sam?
Oh, well, I wanted to talk about the O-line, but I'll get to Baker first.
Yeah, well, you can jump in on whatever.
Baker, yeah, this is his job. Like, it's obvious at this point. I don't think I every time I hear from Sam, like during a training camp video, I hear like, Sam completes a check down, Sam, screen over here. Like, I personally think Baker's the guy, and they're doing this quote unquote competition to prop Sam up, to make it look like he's worth something potentially for a trade. But yeah, I think Baker's the guy. As for the offensive line, that's really what I wanted to get into, because this has been driving me up a wall for about a week now.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I think if you draft Ike Ekwonu at pick 6, he has to start no matter where it is on the O-line, because it's kind of the same thing with the Christensen thing last year. The whole reason this has happened is because Matt Rhule didn't evaluate Brady last year, and he said all that shit about how, well, he's a left guard, he's got short arms, and then this year he's talking about how he's a good ass left tackle. So he's just a pathological liar in that sense. Like, we need Icky to play on the O-line. I'm on your train, Cody. I switched. I think he needs to be the left guard, just because we're going to be a run heavy. I think we're going to run the ball. I mean, I think that's what we've been building the offensive line to do. And Brady Christensen, I went to the Commanders game last year. He was amazing at left tackle the one game he played, and then immediately the next week Matt Rule's like, nah, let's put him at left guard because that's where he's amazing at. It's just I don't want the same thing to happen. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
No, dude, and I completely agree with you. I feel like I'm starting to convert more and more people to my Christensen left tackle train. Let me ask you, from early in training camp, this was kind of a debate. People were like, is Brady Christensen holding Brian Burns? Is it a good rep by Christensen, or is he holding? I feel like it's a good rep. Yeah, and I felt like he kept the quarterback clean. He gets his hands on him. He gets his hands in his chest, but he's not holding them. He's just pushing them away. And then let's go at the very end. I don't know. There's always some degree of holding when you're playing offensive line anyway. But I felt that was a good rep. And I felt like Christensen has done nothing but show his athleticism and technique at left tackle this entire training camp. Like, shouldn't you reward that?
I could see a ref throwing a flag on that, and at the same time, I feel like that's a solid job on Christensen's part. But yeah, we were saying this shit all last season. Christensen, we should have got a better look at him last year when we saw that Irving was nothing more than a goddamn turnstile.
I agree.
Like, I'm trying to see like the best of the situation. And we
why, if Christensen's playing like this and all these other fucking players are playing like this, well then, goddamn, Deontay Brown needs to goddamn play, because now I'm like, well, what the fuck are we getting from fucking Deontay Brown, man?
Yeah, I've been saying we need to
can we see something from this motherfucker?
They're never gonna let. They're never gonna
Well, that's the problem. Matt Rhule is a walking disease. I despise that
I will
motherfucker.
say this though, like, do y'all think that Brian Burns is going full speed in this training camp?
No, I feel like Brian Burns has been a bitch ass motherfucker lately, man, and he needs to step it the fuck up, bro. He needs to get the fuck out of Carolina.
I gotta fight you on that one. Brian Burns earned my respect the other day when he went to bat for Matt Corral. I'm gonna show that in just a minute. But I want to go back to this quarterback conversation because they're saying that there's still an open competition between the two, and it goes back to the reps that we were talking about. That if you know who the better player is, then why aren't you starting them so they can continue to get on the same page with the first teams with one another? And look, y'all know I have not been a Mayfield fan. I'm not a believer, but damn.
This is one play, Cody. This is one motherfucking play,
baby. I'm not even saying this, bro. I've had my ear to the ground on Twitter for 2 weeks now. Most of the beat reporters that have been there following the Panthers training camp, they say that Baker Mayfield is legitimately starting away from Sam Darnold in terms of competition, and that doesn't surprise me at all.
No.
That doesn't surprise me.
Cody.
I'm still on Matt Corral.
Cody.
Go ahead, Locks.
Hey, Cody. Answer this question. Do you think everybody's on Baker Mayfield based off popularity, or do you think he's actually beating out Sam Darnold in training camp? Because me personally, all the things I've seen some nice throws, and I've heard Sam Darnold is more like a check down guy. But I think Sam Darnold, like when the games get real, like the preseason, I think he really gonna show a little something. I don't think Baker Mayfield is running away with the job as everybody says he is. I think it's popularity.
Yo, Sam Darnold just beat out Matt Corral for the first time.
So let me ask y'all this: Do you agree with Matt Rhule? So do you agree with Matt Rhule that we should be continuing to split first team reps between Baker and Sam?
Hell no.
Nope.
Bro, we paid Sam Darnold fucking what, 18, 19 million?
I don't care. No.
Let him make 19 million holding the clipboard.
Go ahead, Drew.
I was gonna say, let him make 19 million holding the clipboard for all I care. Exactly. I don't care. Yeah. He's got the money regardless. Let him hold the clipboard and earn it.
So are we wasting time by splitting first team reps?
He can absolutely Baker off.
You're gonna start Baker Mayfield, have him with the one, so he's getting that continuity with DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall, the tight ends. Give him as comfortable as possible so he's ready to roll week 1 against the Browns.
Exactly. Dude, the bar has been so low that I've been excited to see a motherfucker throw a ball in the net. That's how bar the bit. That's how I get excited. I'm like, let's go.
Go, nothing
I just want to see somebody throw 20 touchdowns.
Just Cody. I have something to say here because I think this is a good way to look at it. So I've just come to the conclusion that I think Matt Rhule does everything opposite of what he says. So I think this isn't a quarterback competition. He's just trying to once again probably prop Sam Darnold up to make it look like he's probably an actual QB and try to get something for him.
This is David Tepper's man, boys. Like, David Tepper will die on that fucking hill, bro.
Cody,
I swear to God.
This was nice.
He will die on that fucking hill. I'm telling you guys, man. He don't give a fuck. I bet David Tepper don't even watch football, bro.
That was beautiful.
By the way, I just want to just so everyone knows, this is my quarterback right here, baby. Look at this dime, man. To the back of zone. Dude, look how fast the release of
that. Get Pee-wee off the fucking screen, G.
No, hell no. That's my motherfucking
Pee-wee off the screen,
man. Matt Rhule will be great if we sit him for a year. I'm coming to that conclusion. Baker,
he ain't ready, bro.
I had a thought that it might be possible that Rhule and company were always going to take Corral. Like, for instance, if they had traded for Baker prior to the draft, I have a feeling like they were going to take Corral all the same, like just so they can have their guy. Yeah. Part of that is because I was watching the Baker conference, and he's like, when he got the playbook, he would get in contact with Higgins if he had any questions about anything. So them picking up Higgins I feel like that was them kind of playing 3D chess. Like, we're going to go get a guy he's familiar with, give him the playbook. So when we do get Baker, he can just get in contact with Higgins. And then we're still going to I think Corral was going to get drafted regardless. And, bro, like.
I will say one thing about Baker is it seems like him and DJ have like a pretty good connection so far. So
yeah, that's what I've been hearing too.
What was the thing? It was him and Baker, and I think it was Robbie, like met after practice.
Yeah, I have that.
Yep. That if I'm making the decision there, that's going to go a long way. Sam's inside watching TV, and Baker Mayfield
and beating him,
and Robbie's outside having.
So this is Robbie and Baker getting some practice in after practice.
That's a whole lot.
I mean, they're out there working, man. They're out there working. I think Robbie is warmed up to Baker, man.
Remember when Robbie said no? He's saying yes.
Yeah,
now.
I remember.
I think the biggest thing too is
saying yes now.
Cody, they know that
whole dramatic.
They know Baker ain't
dramatic. That whole dramatic Robbie didn't want to play with Baker thing. That's part of the reason why I've been saying I hope for all things possible, the first play from scrimmage or at some point in that game, it's a play action pass and Baker hits Robbie for a 75-yard bomb. Like,
just throws a dive.
And I will give you
like Sam did last year.
I never seen Baker work out, with Odell with that.
I like the 3 too. I ain't gonna cap.
Odell probably thought he was too good. He didn't need to do that.
He gonna get signed at the end of the season. I hope y'all know that he gonna get signed.
I mean, look, like, I feel a little bit better. I mean, I'm not believing in no one yet. Just because I'm not believing in no one until they prove.
Let him pay for dinner first, Cody.
No, what?
Let him pay for dinner before you bought him for him.
I think.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do something for me.
I gotta see it, bro.
So I guess my question is,
Go ahead, Nick.
I think.
Well, Nick and
So
then
does
and then Kenneth. Go ahead, Nick.
So does that mean that Robbie Anderson is becoming a Baker bottom?
Yes, he is.
Oh, shit.
He's getting a loop for it, bro.
Hey, I'll say this. DJ and Robbie have both spoken about Baker in a good light. So
yeah, they know he ain't. At least he ain't scared. At the end of the day, he's not panicking back there in the pocket.
I just like the fact that he went up to like Baker and they settle that shit. That's some real fucking man shit.
I tell you what, though, this is the first time in I can't remember how many years that I've been excited for the preseason. Because I feel like this is going to be our time. Yeah, man. Like, this is going to be our time to see
you were excited last year,
Matt
Cody.
Corral, man.
Nah, this is different. I want to see Corral, too. I ain't going to lie.
You were excited last year. Don't lie.
I believe
No,
we'll
we
go
didn't have a
after.
Matt
I believe we'll
Corral.
go
We
after
didn't
the
have a
or closer
franchise
toward the
Y'all were
prospect.
excited about
games.
Sam Darnold. Don't lie.
He
It's
didn't
okay.
even play, bro. No
Bro,
one played last
no.
year.
You don't have to lie, Craig. You don't have
Listen,
to
bro.
lie.
Nobody played in the preseason last year.
Hey, what you know about Friday? What you know about Friday?
Bro, who don't know about Friday at this point?
Everybody.
Dude,
You
I'm
talking about-
saying
You know
though.
what my name is?
Hey, Cody, are we going to do? Are you going to do a live stream during the game on Saturday next week?
I might just do that. I don't know. Well, when it comes
Have a Saturday free for all
closer
instead
to
of Friday
time,
one.
yeah, I'm down. I'm definitely down for it. If that's
Yo,
what y'all
Cody, I
wanna do.
made you a shirt, but it got rejected because I had a Baker on the T-shirt. It said licensing reasons. It said Baker bottom,
Oh shit.
and I had Baker Mayfield. I was going to bring it to you on the FanFest thing.
Someone wears that, bro. They crazy.
Are
We're
you
gonna
a
bring it
Baker
to you.
bottom? Are you a Baker bottom, Kevin?
Until
Kevin's
he buys
a
me
Baker
dinner.
bottom.
He buys me dinner.
Are you a Baker bottom?
Anyway, like what?
I know Matt Rhule's a Baker bottom for sure.
Kevin's just a bottom in general.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a bottom,
Don't
bitch.
tell
But you
don't tell
gotta
Matt
pay,
Rhule he's a
bro.
Baker bottom.
I ain't
He'd
going to
drop
cheat
for
no
shorts and
bottom.
bend over.
I don't bottom for Sam.
Bro, that's
But
crazy.
you would for Matt Corral.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. For Matt Corral, dude, that's an entirely different story, man.
You gotta buy me some hot Cheetos, like G baby.
All right, I want to find
Blame
this.
my asshole.
Oh my god, this is off the rails.
As
Let me find.
Oh yeah.
Corral,
Wait,
I think he's gonna sit like 2 years though. He's gonna sit like 2 years like Aaron Rodgers did. He's gonna sit like 2 years.
Man, I don't want to wait no
Aaron
2
Rodgers
years.
said
Jordan
five
years.
locks.
Man, this when quarterbacks
Aaron
coming out
Rodgers
next year,
had
he
5
might
years,
get
bro.
lost in the sauce. To be honest.
Yeah, you know when Robbie caught that deep pass from Baker the other day in practice, you know he had to get up and say it's about fucking time.
He probably
I
tweeted
mean,
immediately.
you know, he just had to.
Now, so look,
feel
I
bad
want
for
to get
him.
y'all's
He needs to
opinion
have a
on this.
Shit quarterback.
Did y'all see that for Brian Burns going to bat for Matt Corral?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna play this.
He's been at practice first every day. Every day he's been first, right?
A fan kind of said some sideways shit to Matt Corral.
Matt
and
got
Brian
shooters.
Burns heard it, and he didn't like that shit.
Matt got shooters.
So I'm gonna play the whole video.
Thanks, sir. Ryan. Hey Matt, is it feel bad knowing you're probably going to be third string?
Oh,
third string? No, that's a bad question, bro. Can we get it? Oh, that was mine, Mom. Can I get you sign it?
Hell no.
He said that's a disrespectful question, bro.
Ryan, I love you.
But I feel like he would say that for like any of his teams.
But look, he's not done yet, too.
Yeah, watch him.
He goes to the top, right?
But check it out.
He pulls a carrot.
Hey, my boy. Don't come over here with that bullshit no more.
Hey, my boy, don't come over here with that bullshit no more.
He goes get security.
That was a dumb question. Hey, how does it feel
Bro,
being
that's
third?
my man. Bro, I
But
love
like-
Brian Burns for that shit now, man.
No, I will say
He's a
he would do
rookie
that for any
QB,
teammate.
and he has one of the starters on the team saying, "Nah, homie, you ain't talking to my quarterback like that."
I
Matt
love
got
that,
shooters.
man.
Any teammate.
Hey,
No, he
hey,
would say
Bri-
that for anyone.
Brian actually goes gets a security guard and walks the security guard over to the.
Yeah.
That was a disrespectful question.
And
I
it
feel like
was.
if I went up to anybody and said, "No, you don't gonna say that." It could have been anyone.
That was a
Yeah,
bogus
but I
question.
also
For
kind
real.
of like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was defending his player, but listen, I also think that everybody knows that that the Panthers, they have a dude in Matt Corral, man. I feel like everybody knows that. Even
But when you say, how do you feel about being third string?
I bet you David Newman will ask them that shit too.
That was a disrespectful question.
hey, hold on, man. Let me
Brian
welcome my
Burns
man.
might smack
Hey,
you.
hold on. Let me
Whoa.
welcome Twan Don to the stream. Twan, what's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? It's another Friday, man. Let's get it.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's get it, man. Twan, you seen the clip of Brian Burns defending Matt Corral?
Hey, well, everybody know about me in Florida State, man. Brian
That's right.
Burns
That's a
is
Florida State guy.
Brian Burns is obviously the best. My favorite player on the team. That shit was totally disrespectful, but it just really counters to the times, to the times that we live in right now, and
Exactly.
everybody want to get some kind of stupid ass shine. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Everybody want to go viral for some dumb shit.
stupid.
Twan,
I get it.
if that question was directed at Irving or tackle, and said, "Hey, how does it feel to be our third string left tackle?" You think he would have done like that?
Yeah, I think he would have won. I think he'd have kept too.
He would have won anybody like that. It has nothing to do with the position battle. It's like, yo, you disrespect my teammate right now. Saying that shit.
I'll tell you what, Twan, Brian Burns better get his shit together this year. That's all I gotta say.
My thing is that
Brian Burns, bro.
I think the fans should have turned on his ass when he asked that question.
Exactly.
I don't even think it was all disrespectful. I mean, he asked a legitimate question. He said, "You a third string? How do you feel about being a third string?"
That question.
Everybody knows Matt.
That question was not.
He want to be first.
Fucking stupid.
How do you feel? That's like, how do you feel? Not like,
if I'm Matt Corral, and an idiot fan asks me that question, I'm gonna turn around and say, "How does it feel to be a poor, broke son of a bitch like you?" Instead of
I would have smacked the shit out of that.
Say that though.
Well, why not? I mean, if you're right, as a professional, you can't say that. But
the media would love that, wouldn't they?
I'm not a professional. So if the dude, I mean,
he did beat up what's his name's son.
If he had done that, they would have.
He's a drunk who beat up Wayne Gretzky's son.
Yeah. But there are some professionals that would do that. See what's that left tackle? Trevor Penning would have slapped the hell out of him. Right?
Oh yeah.
We need to get somebody to go down to the same practice and ask him.
Y'all gotta understand, it's some people's jobs in life to just pull positivity down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just
misery loves company, right?
Exactly.
It loves it. It loves it. It loves it.
He didn't have to ask that. He could have said, "Hey, what does it feel like to compete for the job?" He could have said that. He couldn't say
exactly. Hey, yo, how's it feel being third string? It's like, damn, bro.
How does it feel to compete for the job? That could have been.
Hey, bro, Sam Darnold beat you out. How's it feel?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For whoever said it was a legitimate question. What if Cody allowed somebody in here on the screen and somebody said, "Cody, what does it feel like being the fourth most liked Panthers show?" You know what I'm saying? Just out of the fucking blue,
You would tell him to suck
on my show when I kick his ass out.
Do you understand how uncomfortable that question is? See, yeah, people are gonna say that's a legitimate question, but it's still disrespectful at the same time.
For the record,
I look at it this way. If I'm a football player or basketball player, and the coach, and I'm a rookie, and the coach got me third string point guard behind, Chris Paul and say, what's another, like a Lou Williams or somebody like that, and I'm at practice, and I'm done with practice, and he says, "Well, Laux, how does it feel to be the third string point guard?" I'm like, well, I'm behind Lou Williams and Chris Paul. I mean, all I can do is compete. Me personally, I don't feel like it's all that disrespect. I could have seen if he said, "Oh, you suck. That's why you a third string."
No,
I mean,
it was low
shade. Hold on. I understand. Hold on. Time out. The question, in and of itself, while it might be legitimate, there's some shit that you just don't say, man. Because it's like, everybody sees Matt Corral being the first one out to practice, doing the most, really trying to be a competitor and compete for the starting job. And then it's like for you to come up and just say, "Hey, Mayfield, knowing they're going to be third string quarterback on the team this year." It's like you're just trying to purposefully add salt to the wound. And that's why Brian Burns was like,
everybody,
but it's also easy for some fan to come up and just add salt to the wound and start talking shit to make him feel bad about himself. Like, that's why I agree with Brian Burns, man. It's like, nah, fuck that shit. That's my teammate. And you're not going to just try and clown him like that.
Hey, Cody.
Because even though the question wasn't off base, It was definitely intended to clown him.
Hey, Cody,
That's all it was.
how does it feel to be the co-host of the C3 podcast?
I mean, pretty
You know
fucking
what I
good,
mean?
I guess.
Is that, I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
just
I
saying,
am the co-host of the C2
you know,
podcast.
they-
Well, all I gotta say is Brian Burns better get his shit together. That's all I gotta say this season.
Yeah.
So hold on. I want to play
It was
something
told.
for y'all.
It was told Brian Burns has put on a lot of muscle
It's
this
the
year.
same thing that G
And
Baby's trying to
he's
do
very,
right now. I
very
think it's trying to
strong.
spark some shit.
I'm just saying,
so hold
Brian
on.
Burns better get something together
Hey,
this
no,
year.
I'm
That's all
about
I
to
gotta
start
say.
some shit
Holy
with G
shit,
because
who
how
is
about
that
this?
fucker?
Hold on, I'm about
Who
to
is
start
that
some shit
guy?
with this, G. Hold on. Listen to what Steve Smith,
That guy looks like
Panther
a butterfly,
legend,
I'm not gonna lie.
Steve Smith, had to
Let me
say
hear
about
this.
Matt Corral.
So Matt Corral
That guy looks creepy.
impressing me, man. I'm just an out of shape old football player that used to play, right? But at the end of the day, I know ball, and I know a good player when I see him, just like I know a bad player when I see him. Matt Corral is about a year or two away from being a starting quarterback for this Carolina Panthers team. The boy has it. He can play, but he needs to learn. I've been kind of built in there where I look for the negative and I don't really say enough of the positive, so I'm working.
All right, let's start it over. But basically, he's just saying that he needs a year or two, but that Matt Corral is going to be the starter for the franchise or for the Carolina Panthers.
And
he's
Baker
a
would be
first
the perfect
quarterback.
Now
And
show what he
says
said
knows
about
he's a good player
Sam
when he
Darnold.
sees one.
He's gonna pick 2 years. Now. He's gonna pick them 2 years.
And you were breaking up blocks. But yeah, I mean, I'll put that
Cody.
to G. I know G is not a believer
Show
in
it.
Matt Corral. G, I'm looking straight at you, bro. Matt
His
Corral.
name is not Matt Corral. His name is Pee Wee G. And Steve Smith, my boy Smitty, Agent 89, said he was a year or two away. Well, we don't got a year or two away.
We
Like
got,
I
yeah,
said,
we do.
we
Yes, we do.
Both our wins are going to come against Atlanta. So I'm glad y'all are feeling good right now, but I'm trying to stay positive, bro. But I'm a real fucking fan. And go look at the fucking schedule, man.
You just
Yeah, they can win
contradicted yourself, dude. You just said that now is not the time for him because he's a year or two away, but we're going to lose the whole next season.
That's because I feel like Matt Rhule's about to lose his job mid-season. And I feel like we're going to bring a new coach in. A new coach is going to want his QB. We're going to have a top 5 pick. There's amazing QBs coming out. I don't even feel like Scott Fitterer is going to be here next. I feel like David Tepper is just going to clean house.
No.
If we finish 5 or less wins, we're in trouble. So we better win the fucking game.
Getting fired.
Corral has a quick release that nobody can fuck with. So
Cody, now show what he says about Sam Darnold. Show him the Sam Darnold quote he said. What do you say about Sam Darnold?
I don't think he said
He's
shit
a
about
pasty
Sam,
white
did he?
bastard.
Yeah, but what did he say
he
about-
roasted him. He roasted Sam.
He's a
What
redhead,
did he say
pasty
about
white
Sam
bastard.
last year?
Is that what he said? He's a daywalker.
I don't know what he said, but it was bad. I gotta find it.
I think he called him a daywalker.
Hey, first of all, let me. I was real disrespectful. Shout out to Panther Pickle up in here. My man Nick.
Oh, I got an issue with you, though.
What up,
My
buddy?
man Nick in the building.
got an issue
Drew
with
up in here. White chocolate espresso. G baby in the building.
I found the quote. Steve Smith on Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
Graham
that's it.
Street Pro Bowler, but a Mint Street practice player.
Exactly.
What?
Damn, that's hard. I never
he
even
say?
heard that
Repeat
shit. He said, Steve Smith said on Sam Darnold,
Shout out to
he's
Jay
a
Issue.
Graham Street Pro Bowler, but a Mint Street practice player.
I don't know
And
what that
Mint
means.
Street, Mint is the street where the Bank of America Stadium.
They play him on Mint Street.
Yeah,
So
Matt
he is
Rhule-
a practice player for the Panthers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Sam Darnold
Damn.
always looks good in practice.
Hey, no
You know.
football touched the ground.
But
Rain.
and when a real game comes on, he looks like shit. That's
Hey,
what I
no-
say. A
But
lot of
don't
this,
y'all, I got a question. Don't y'all think Steve Smith is kind of running spin for the Carolina Panthers now?
He
This
is.
man used
I
to
love
hate
it.
Baker
I don't
Mayfield.
care. I
I
like it.
love Smitty.
Steve,
But
I
he-
will
bro,
always-
now-
I don't really think he is. I'll tell you why. I don't think Steve Smith would run spin for nobody unless he wanted to.
But yeah,
So you believe he believes in
I
Baker
just
now?
don't think.
Why did he go from hating on Baker Mayfield to now thinking that he's going to be the guy?
Because he's an employee now.
Because he's better than
That's
Sam.
what I'm saying, bro.
Thank you.
Because
he's better than Sam. That's why.
Because he's better than Sam.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be too good to be better than Sam.
Exactly. And he said
he's a fan anyway. So
Corral 2 to 3 years, like ready for away. So he's like saying, like, yo, Baker's not the guy.
Yeah, and he's not saying Baker needs to be a franchise quarterback.
No, he's saying
he's not saying to re-sign Baker. He's just saying Matt Corral's a couple years away, and he's going to be a starting quarterback.
He'll be here next year.
Word for word, what he said. And to be honest, if Rhule gets fired and another coach comes in, you don't know. Then another coach might say, y'all need a middle linebacker, like the Carolina Panthers are supposed to have a middle linebacker, and draft a middle linebacker in the top rounds.
You can say,
instead of
yo,
a
I like
quarterback.
Corral.
Or defensive end.
Or defensive end. I mean, anything.
You can say, I like Corral, and I want to go with
next.
He said 1 to 2 years, not 2 to 3, by the way.
I mean, but like, how about this? Matt Corral could be a lot further along than we even think, and we would have no way of knowing.
He looks
I mean, this guy has been going through the entire playbook, even Baker Mayfield and Sam stuff. Like this guy is preparing. Like at some point, game is going to be called this year.
He's showing the practice, like the first one. Like that's a lot. Like
every day he's one of the very first people out on the practice
field. If you're
field.
DJ Moore and you
that
see your quarterback
something.
out there first, like that says a lot. If you're playing the game.
I'm just happy he can throw it in the net, bro. Man, that's how I'm telling you, man. Sam Darnold ain't never hitting that net, bro. You hear me?
He's a day walker.
Truthfully, never hitting that net.
That's probably not all Sam can hit.
Sam Darnold can't hit a person.
You reckon Sam keeps the light on at night?
Oh,
yeah.
He's afraid of them ghosts.
See where he's aiming? I shouldn't say that.
God damn, I'm going to kill this bottle of whiskey.
But
okay, who is upset that their long snapper got cut, y'all?
I'm upset,
man.
I'm upset.
So bad.
I'm upset because it was a wasted fucking pick.
I hate Matt
I could have told you that, Paul.
Yeah, everybody knew when they drafted him it was a wasted pick. Everybody but Matt Rhule.
He drafted this motherfucker because he's friends with his parents, y'all.
Hey, bro.
I swear to God.
Slimy Sammy Darnold.
That was a great pass if it was to the defender.
And then they
that
said
was
the very
good pass by Sam.
They said the very next play, Baker hit.
Oh, Robbie almost caught that, y'all.
Almost.
Robbie, you better do something this year, motherfucker, or you gone too.
He gonna tweet. I know that.
Robbie better do something this
I believe
year.
in Robbie though, man. I really do.
I don't.
I'm a Robbie fan, bro.
No, you ain't, Twan.
Yeah, I am.
Robbie's the best number 2 wide receiver we got on this team.
Yep.
Hey, my quarterback can juggle, y'all. Back at coordination.
You know, that might become a good skill in the NFL someday.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. I mean, look, Sam's not juggling. Sam can't juggle nothing.
Sam can't figure out how to catch one ball, much less 3 or 4 at once.
He can barely throw a ball.
Look at Sam. He's trying to figure out which end of that football goes first.
But how about he's trying to pretend like he's not doing something special, like they can all juggle.
And then watch.
Yeah.
He tries to dribble it. Watch it.
Yeah, poor old Sam. He can't figure out. He can't figure out it's a football or basketball.
That's Cody's homie.
That's a meme. One guy juggling, one guy bouncing it.
That is pretty hilarious, man. Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. I think they need to stop splitting the reps and just let Baker start.
cut him.
Give Matt Corral number 2s, man.
I think they will after the second preseason game.
I think they should cut.
I would myself. I'd already done it, but I just don't think.
Like
I said, I don't think Matt Corral's that intelligent.
I think they should cut Sam Darnold so he can get a head start on the XFL.
Matt Rhule.
I really do think that they're going to try to trade him. He's probably not tradable, very unlikely, but he will get cut before the season starts.
I think so too.
Hey, I know something I wanted to talk to y'all about. I'm glad I found this. What did y'all make of this jersey schedule, man? It's like damn near all white jerseys. We only
I thought Jerry Richardson came back for a second.
And we got 4 in the black. Jerry Richardson came back. Bro, I mean,
Can I say something one more? Can I repeat something? I want to repeat something one more time, bro. We are the Carolina Panthers.
Are Panthers white?
It ain't no motherfucking white Panthers.
They are if you're blind.
So I know people are gonna be like, "Oh man, he's trying to make it a race thing by saying Black Panthers." Why the fuck are we constantly wearing fucking white when we are the Panthers?
Look, I'll be honest.
That's why the helmet thing was so crazy.
I don't mind wearing white at the beginning of the year because it's hot as fuck in Charlotte in September.
It should be blue or
you ain't gotta wear. But you ain't gotta wear the uniform. They do.
Yeah.
By the way, we don't wear. Hold on, and then I'm gonna go to Pickle. We don't wear a black uniform until November.
That's crazy.
When it's cold, like I said.
Yeah, but
they
you
should
know
wear
what?
blue. They should be
When it's
wearing
cold,
blue
bro.
Noticed?
for those home
All
games.
right, yeah, go ahead, Nick.
The first black uniform we wear is the one where we unveil the black helmets.
Right.
So it's like
there's
kind of a build up to it. I wish there was more blue jerseys though.
But they'll probably do. They'll probably do black pants, teal pants. They'll mix it up.
Yeah, they have been switching it up. And by the way, in the chat, Nigel and Len, they mentioned the Heat. And every year the Panthers do that. They play their first home games wearing white. But I think where this is different is this goes a lot further than it previously has in the past before. I mean, I remember
we have a bunch of home games early though.
Yeah, but I remember October in 2015, we played the Packers at home, and we were wearing our black jerseys. So it's definitely longer than before.
Well, so here's the other thing to look at too. Look at where all these teams are. A majority of these teams are in the South, unless it is New York at home or is that away?
New York.
From New York.
That is New York.
Oh well. All right. Other than that one, all those stadiums are in the South.
The reason,
and we don't pick our jerseys away though.
Go ahead, Pickle.
The reason why we're wearing more white is called David Tepper's wife and Matt Rhule's wife think Christians look sexy in white.
Oh, dude.
That's why.
Didn't think about
They're
that.
gonna do black pants, blue pants.
That's my answer, y'all. But
Steel
Easy Creep
pants.
in the chat said apparently Panthers are mostly white and gold, and only 5% are Black Panthers.
Yeah. So by the way, a real fact.
That is real fact, though. That is true.
A really real fact about Panthers is there is no such thing as a panther. There is a melanistic jaguar or a melanistic leopard.
So our mascot don't even really exist.
First of all, whoever told Cody that a panther doesn't exist is fucking crazy. It is definitely a fucking panther.
Bro, you ain't even hear me. I'm not saying that they're not real. I'm saying there is no big cat that is named a panther. It's either a leopard or it's a jaguar, bro.
That's true. If you Google that, you'll find that out.
Marvel was White Panther.
I mean, Sir Purr black as hell, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
From Black Panther was.
But I've always felt
maybe we should change our name to Leopard. The Leopards.
I mean, to be honest,
it
Jaguars
can't be
already
worse
done
than the
it.
Commanders.
I've always felt that we were a black Jaguar because we're like brother teams with the Jaguars, and they're a Jaguar, so we're like a black Jaguar.
We are the motherfucking Black Panthers.
We're the Panthers, Cody. Come on.
Yo,
I
just say we represent Black Panthers and Marvel.
artists. I don't care what anybody says.
We do play
Anyway,
Tampa
bro,
away.
Hey, do y'all feel like the blue is being underserviced? Like a lot of
We should definitely have like 4 blue.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of it, bro.
I think so too. I think they're trying to get rid of it.
They just fucking bust out a blue helmet, get rid of the
But
silver.
remember, that's gonna be
They
just
put the
the
blue
jerseys. They're gonna have
background
blue pants, black pants. I like that look, low
Maybe
key. To be
David
honest with
Tepper
you.
tired of paying the laundry bill.
So they just want us to be white and black.
We need to ask the Panthers what they identify as.
No, Twan, they're gonna have blue pants.
How fucking
I didn't
original.
want to make the joke out loud. I didn't want to offend anybody.
Dude, that's perfect. No, that's perfect.
I want to know who decides this.
Well, I know the away
David
team pick
Tepper.
the jersey.
Who
That's why
decides?
David
General
Tepper fired
manager
that
too,
dude.
right?
Who decides what uniforms they wear from week to week?
I think it's got to be coach.
The away teams, they pick your jersey. You got to wear.
David
true.
Tepper's wife.
I do think the away team picks the.
Doesn't
The away team picks
favor.
your jersey.
It was
I
my
always thought that the
understanding.
home team wore dark jerseys and the away team wore white jerseys.
No, the away
That's
team
how it
pick
is
your
in
jersey.
basketball, but then even then in basketball they changed it.
Until
think it's-
Carolina came along, and then all of a sudden they started wearing white at home, and I'm like,
Actually, I think it's the home team that picks the colors.
Well,
Nick,
it's
you got a
only
good point
because
there,
it's
brother.
so
I agree
hot
with you.
early on.
I
think
agree
it's the
with
home
you,
team
man.
that picks it.
That's
Yeah.
You're right.
The home team picks their colors and they tell you what to wear.
Exactly.
I'm looking it up right now.
We have so many home games early, right?
Exactly.
Isn't that true?
Nick,
What up?
Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. In the first weeks, we have 4 home games.
Exactly. So
That's
that's
a
why they
lot.
like white.
So,
Yeah.
fucking
so right
Hey,
here.
It'll
hey,
be 100
Nick,
degrees.
you gonna ask that question here on the air?
Cody already.
Oh, okay.
Cody already did. So the NFL rulebook states that the home team gets to decide which jersey it will wear, and because most teams choose to wear darker uniforms with their primary team colors on it at home, it is standard for the away teams to wear white or gray.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, with us being home, I'd rather us wear white so that way the players will stay cooler.
Exactly.
You know what, though?
Exactly.
And honestly, so far, every time we were the blacks, we stuck.
we should never wear white after September.
Never wore white after Labor Day.
I would say after the middle of October.
I wish we had the all teal jersey one more time. That'd be cool.
Oh, the color
We
rush
down for
like we
that.
had versus the Cowboys.
I love the
color
color
rush is the
man. I
ugliest
love it.
uniforms we ever put on.
We destroyed Dallas with those.
Yeah. Man, Luke
No, I'm
Kuechly
gonna be
destroyed
real.
Dallas.
The ones that I'm not a fan of is when they do the white tops and the black pants.
I
Me
like
either.
that shit,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't like
Oh,
that
I
shit
like
It would look,
Nah,
it
to
would
me,
look
it
better
doesn't-
if they
it
had
doesn't
black helmets
fit.
with them.
I'd actually
Yeah,
like
exactly,
the blue and the
exactly.
black. I think that's badass. When on Madden, I set my home jerseys to be black and blue.
Exactly.
I like that good look.
Yeah.
I like the teal. I like the teal and white. I like that shit too.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
sister
I mean,
was
I
a
totally
black-
reversed
blue
them in the
one.
away games.
If we're
Oh,
gonna
man.
wear blue, I'd prefer that we wore the all blue, like the color rush ones.
I'd be cool with that. That's what we dominated Dallas in the Thanksgiving game.
Yep.
Hell,
You know, I mean-
so the first 4 weeks, do y'all see us losing any of those games?
Holy shit! I
Yes.
killed this bottle.
It depends on what Matt Rule's gonna do with his old line. Is he gonna bring Michael Jordan and Pat Eflin out there? Not the best.
And to be honest, it depends on if he's got the guts not to start Sam. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, if Sam starts and you got Elfline and Michael Jordan on the line, I don't see
You're
us
gonna
winning
take
the
a
game.
L.
Yo, I see him getting fired after
Oh.
4 games if that happens.
Hey, I wanted to
I help him pack.
y'all's opinion on this.
Fuck
I
that
don't
with
give a
Pat.
fuck what
Fuck
color
that.
uniforms we wearing. Like it's not even gonna matter if we lose the game. We ain't gonna give a fuck anyway.
That's
Hey,
true.
let me ask y'all
Very
this,
true.
man. CJ Henderson has been balling
Yeah,
out
he about to be a
at
badass.
training camp.
I don't
And
care.
a lot of people are
It's
saying,
training camp.
You
man,
need to
CJ's looking
Go to Terrence
different.
Marshall last year. What did he do?
Well, you're right.
Nah,
That
but
that goes
again,
with
this is an
that goes with
entirely different
anything.
thing, man.
To be
Well,
fair,
why do
though,
we do
CJ
that so
had
much?
terrible energy last year in camp.
Why
Yeah,
do we do that so much?
yeah,
This player didn't do this last year. It's like, so what, man? CJ
Terrence Marshall
Henderson
dominated
is
last year
looking
in training
as
camp.
advertised, man.
CJ is just his biggest thing is confidence, and that's why we're happy. He looks like
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
live.
I think
Terrence
Terrence
Marshall
Marshall.
dominated last year in training camp and didn't do shit in the whole.
That's because you had an incompetent quarterback.
Exactly.
I agree.
But
in
also
training camp,
remember, he was traded at the start at the. When did we trade for
Third week.
CJ Henderson?
Like
Right
week
after
4
the
or
third
something?
week.
Like week, yeah.
After
But
that
I'm
Texans
just
game,
saying,
I
like,
think.
I don't care.
It was
I
like
don't
it was
care
the
about
Monday
training
after
camp,
the
bro.
Texans
yeah.
game or Tuesday after the Texans
It's
game.
it's like Kevin. CJ, no, his name CJ, which is Saunders, that wide receiver Saunders. Everybody's
Yeah.
building up like the next coming of Steve Smith in training camp. Everybody's freaked out about him. I'm sorry, I can't get excited about people like that anymore. Why? Because
I'm talking about
in
CJ Henderson,
camp,
the
the
Fuck
quarterbacks.
Saunders.
Well, I don't know what his name is. It starts with an S. That's what I know. Okay, in camp, the quarterbacks aren't afraid to get hit.
Yeah.
Now, if I see him come out and do that in preseason, I might say, no, I might need to know who this guy is. But till then, I just can't. I can't.
I will say this. about CJ
quarterbacks.
Henderson.
If you look at the quarterbacks throwing right there, is there anybody in his face? No. There's nobody in his face. He's not worried about it. He can set his feet and throw a good ball.
Tomorrow,
in a real
tomorrow
game,
they're
in a real game, they can't do that.
Tomorrow
say
they're gonna do the first padded practice tomorrow. So
Christian's not-
all we have to go on right now is what we've seen so far. And
Christian
everything
won't
that
practice
I've
tomorrow.
heard is that Henderson has been locking down DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. And by the way, JC Horn hasn't even been playing. So CJ Henderson has been our de facto number one corner.
I will say this, though. Code CJ Henderson seems a lot happier.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at.
That's a big difference.
Steve Smith called him a lockdown corner.
Let me tell you why.
If he feels like he's part of something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why it appears that they're locking people down. Like, let me tell you, like, training camp is for conditioning.
Exactly.
It's to get you right before the season starts. The reason why I don't put a lot into training camp with plays that I see is because the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball, they already know the plays, man. Of course, you can get ahead of a play because even when you're on defense, you know.
To be fair, though, they're designed for the offense, though. The one-on-ones like that.
Well, Brian Burns don't give a shit about training camp. Like,
you could get ahead of the play.
You don't care.
Because you know that even you're on defense,
I know.
To be fair,
Hey, yo, Locks, do that. Turn off your volume in the background so that way we're not getting some feedback.
You at the club or something.
Why are you inviting me to the club?
Well, okay, yeah. So what I was saying is,
club, bro?
Yeah, I mean, training camp is for conditioning.
When you hear me,
bro?
Yeah, okay, just make sure you ain't got your laptop playing in the background.
Yeah, bro. You
I don't know if I'm on mute or unmute.
No, you're
good. We're gonna hear you. Go ahead, Twan.
All right, Twan.
Oh, no, I was good. I'm done.
Hey, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't hear what you said.
The greatest point guard ever.
I'm saying, look, when you're in practice every day, and even when you're on defense, and you see formations every day in practice, and I mean, you know how to get ahead of a play. You know when somebody's motioning something or whatever, even on defense. Like, it's like we know the plays. That's why practice is just practice. The real practice, believe it or not, is mental, because that's watching film. That's when you're picking up what the other team is doing and where you need to be is film watching. training camp is really just conditioning, and I'm speaking, as someone who's done. It's all about conditioning your body, and if you beat somebody, you beat somebody. It's more impressive when you know the play and you still get beat on it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Until you put like all pads on or you're practicing with a joint practice, then that's more impressive. Joint practices, not guys playing against each other.
So I got a question actually. Now that you bring that up,
Mhm.
in joint practices, which day do they usually do the 11 on 11 stuff?
It's usually on the last day.
Is it?
Or the second
The
day.
last day.
Either one.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah,
I know they don't start off that way.
Nah.
How many days did Cam Newton get with the first string in New England as opposed to Mac Jones?
They were 50-50 too, right?
Were they like even?
I'm pretty sure 50 last year.
Well, it was majority Cam until Cam caught COVID.
But that was like a week. It wasn't like a long term.
But then Cam had to sit out when he had COVID, and that gave Matt Jones the opportunity to.
Well, I'm saying like even before that, like what, like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like what positions wise, like when it comes to.
So Cody, basically what you're saying is that Sam Darnold needs to come down with monkeypox.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, maybe he can wander around Charlotte and touch some people.
I need to come I need to get monkeypox. I've been working 12 days
Yeah, he
straight.
needs to go to Atlanta.
There's a nice town right on the end of Massachusetts. They call
I've
it
been working
P-Town.
12 days
Feel free to
straight,
send
man. I need to pull
Sam
out this
Darnold there.
I'm not trying to open up a can of worms, but that Cam Newton shit was the setup.
That's a fact.
It was bullshit. That whole thing was bullshit.
That
Man.
And on top of that, we set his ass up.
It was almost
He
as
shouldn't even came
bullshit.
here.
Yo, it was almost as bullshit as Twan saying Isaiah Thomas is the greatest point guard of all time.
Who?
Isaiah
Thomas is the greatest point guard of all time.
That's cap.
And you know what I am gonna do because I'm in control? I'm gonna play
Third,
this
though.
with Matt Corral that had everybody buzzing.
Oh my
God.
I'm telling you, Cody, every time it gets in the net, baby, I'm with it.
Jump back.
Now,
Oh, that's my motherfucking quarterback, baby.
now show Sam.
He's a rookie, though.
That don't mean shit, though.
Exactly.
G baby, stop shaking your head. G baby, stop shaking your head. That's your quarterback, bro.
I'm happy, but the bar is low, but I'm happy.
Hey, G-Baby,
threw a ball in the hoop.
did you hear about Willis? McKay Willis?
Malik
Willis?
I don't
Did
know,
you hear about
McKay.
Malik Willis?
No, I didn't hear about him. What happened to him?
He's now listed as a second string quarterback.
I mean, of course.
He's already knocked himself up to second string.
I mean, I thought he was going to be second string quarterback. I mean, it doesn't really surprise me.
Well,
he's
he's officially that now.
Hey, how about
To
this?
me,
Let me ask y'all
Corral
this.
Corral is unofficially the second string quarterback on our team. To me,
Hold on, that's actually my question. Hold on, let me ask y'all this. Is there an opportunity for Matt Corral to overtake Sam Darnold for the number 2 quarterback between now
He balls in
and the
preseason.
starter of the season?
What do you mean,
He
Sam
balls in
Darnold? He really has the opportunity to take over, period.
Exactly.
Not why Matt Rule's there.
No, Matt Rhule won't allow that.
Well,
If he balls out
going to get
preseason-
fired in any damn way.
Cody, I'm with you, man. I'm excited just for him for preseason. I want to see if he can beat the thirds, the second strings. He can look dominant. Then we're like, okay, let's talk about it.
Well, imagine if we have a dog on Matt
He can go out and throw
Corral.
touchdown passes in the first game, and Matt Rhule still won't give him a production.
Hey, Cody.
Well, what if Matt Corral ends up being like
Somebody echoing, bro.
Drew Brees with a turbo booster up his ass?
I can't hear you. Somebody's computer is up.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, whoever's computer is
Hello.
Who's there in the bottom right corner?
Yo, ask that question again, Cody.
Yeah, what are the chances that Matt Corral actually wins the number 2 quarterback job from Sam Darnold? Or
Hey, look,
the coaches just gonna give
I
it to
think Matt Corral gonna be the third string, but I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here because my damn phone is acting crazy. I can't even hear y'all, so my phone acting crazy. So I'm about to get up out of here though.
I appreciate you, Locks.
Have a good night, Lock.
All right, we'll talk to you
Later,
later.
big dog. Later, big dog.
Anything can happen, bro. Anything can happen.
But I mean, do y'all
Yeah,
think that
anything
Matt
can
Rhule
happen.
will give
It
him
is.
the chance, though?
No.
I
He
would
will sit for a
like.
year. He will sit for a year.
I'm just happy there's no more Progressive commercials. I'm really happy about that.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
No.
Do it, bro.
I predict. Listen to this. If we don't play well, I predict that Matt Rhule is going to excuse himself before he gets fired, and I'm going to tell you why.
Are you saying like what's his name from
Like a Coach K, like mental health or whatever?
Let me tell you why. Because this fan base,
the boy from Atlanta, right?
We already did it.
Yeah.
They are going to boo the shit out of him every fucking time until he leaves or he puts in that team on that field who we want on that field, bro.
They are already doing that, bro.
I'm telling you. And if you a head coach, how much of that shit can you take?
Until they pay out. Until they pay.
Hey, he got 63 million reasons why to stay.
Exactly.
I know, man, but damn, Drew, it's like, man, every Sunday, bro, damn.
It's the Lord's Day.
All you gotta do is go in the locker room and pull up his bank account and say,
I'm saying, but look, the
Twan,
motherfuckers won't play for you when you be like,
Twan.
DBO, bro.
They don't look that happy.
Me and JD are Gamecocks fans.
Pause.
We had to listen to fucking Munchamp all fucking year. We all knew that fucker needed to go. But we still we all knew what was up. They couldn't fire him.
Yeah, but this is the pros, though, bro. This is the
Exactly.
pros.
You can take that. But I'm talking about Munchamp wise compared to Matt Rhule.
But with Matt Rhule, it's not even just on the field for Matt Rhule.
You gotta
It's
pay.
not even just on the field. It's wherever he goes.
You gotta pay him. He can pay him, and he can still get a great job afterwards. You fire Matt Rhule, he's going to get a great job afterwards.
Good. Let him go get it.
He's going to get a great job where?
It don't matter. It don't matter with him.
Cody, do your Matt Rhule
He'll
impression.
get a good job. He'll get a job somewhere. He'll get
Where?
a high-paying job somewhere.
Doing what? Hot dogs or some shit like that? Where? Doing what?
He'll be a head coach. He'll return to college and be a
The
head
king
coach.
of the concession stands? Where?
He'll go to
You don't remember what he was
He
doing
gonna be doing
in the
Jay-Z karaoke for the rest of his life.
Nick Saban left Miami and then went to Alabama.
You don't remember what he did in the offseason, guys? He was
So then that
talking
just
to
means
all sorts of colleges.
that it's true that all you gotta do is be friends with somebody and you can get a job. You don't earn it, you can get it.
Yeah, you know why, Twan? Because he looks like people and he smells like people. That's why.
Exactly. And this is and that's why we're in this situation, but somebody's gonna continue that legacy.
Exactly. I 100% agree with you. It should be.
When David Tepper fired Ron Rivera, how many of y'all said Ron Rivera will not be a head coach?
I never said that.
There's a lot of people did.
I never said that about Rivera. Oh, no, I never said that about Rivera. I did say that about Marty Herney. I didn't think Marty Herney, but then, of course, Ron
Nobody was
Rivera
fucking with Ernie, man.
proves me wrong.
He sucked the meat off.
Dallas, to be honest with you. I thought he was being a Dallas Cowboys head coach, to be honest with you.
Talking about knee pads, Ernie.
Marty likes the meatballs.
Did any of you guys watch the games last night? Or the game last night?
No, did you?
I watched
like the first half.
I watched a little bit of the first quarter.
That game was unwatchable. Y'all stop it.
No, he can't get any college job. That's not true. No, he can't.
I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic with Rhule, because when you look at these past 2 years, and then this offseason, Rhule went into this offseason with the intent on improving every position that he could. Coaching staff went out and got guys who had success in the NFL. Quarterback room, Baker Mayfield has had success in the NFL. So it's all about getting that onto the field. And actually, if we start winning, all this talk about Rhule being fired and if
he's
Rhule
right. He's right.
are there doing what they need to be doing, all the stuff is gonna be water under a bridge. So I'm optimistic in a sense because the dude looked at what he had done the past 2 seasons, and I mean that's a sign of someone who's capable of actually growing and changing. When you're
I
able
agree.
to
We all fans, so I agree.
you're able to self-evaluate. You're like, okay, I can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting to get a different result. Let me change up who my OC is. Let me go out and get a Steve Wilkes, who was formerly a head coach who's had success as a defensive coordinator with the Panthers. Let me go out and get a quarterback who can, if not take over the starting job, push this guy so that he can be a better QB. So I'm a draft guy who's had success in college. Let's put people who've had success in positions to get other guys.
That sounds like what Scott Fitterer did, not Matt Rhule, though.
Yep.
I mean, that's as
I know what you mean. Though. You're right.
Right now
right.
is Rhule's he's supposed to be the leader. Like I compare it to when I was in the military. In every unit, you have a first sergeant, you have a captain. The captain is the one that's in charge, but the first sergeant is there to guide the captain because motherfucker doesn't know everything. Like that first sergeant, he's been there. He's been in 15 plus years. He knows how this shit's supposed to look when it's operating right. So Fitterer got the guys here. I see comments right now like people talking about we're the Legion of Boom 2.0 on defense. I'm calling it the Legion of Thieves if they go out there and ball. But if all this, you got the pieces, you got Chin, you got Xavier Woods, you got J.C. Horn, you got C.J. Henderson. It's all a matter of putting these guys in a position to succeed. Same thing on offense. Like I genuinely believe we have one of the better 8 defenses in the NFL. But last year we had one of the worst offenses in the NFL. So it doesn't matter how good your defense is if you could flip it. The defense could have been trash. Offense could have been amazing. How many games you think you're going to win? Like it's about the coaches putting those guys in position to succeed. You can't have guys out there doing shit that they ain't comfortable with doing. You can't have Ben McAdoo calling a game plan that they ain't like if it ain't moving the ball a la Joe Brady last year. Hey, maybe you should run the ball a little bit more. Your quarterback can't do this 3-step, 5-step, read the field, scan it, get it to the right guy. He's throwing the ball late. It's getting picked because of that shit. Maybe you should roll him out of the field, help settle him down some. Didn't see any of that shit.
The worst thing that happened to Matt Rhule was Joe Brady, honestly. He was the worst thing that happened to Matt Rhule.
I disagree.
Because Matt Rhule would have got him.
Yeah, I disagree as well.
Tell me differently.
The decision to move on from Cam Newton was the dumb. That's where they started.
That was the worst shit ever.
You don't think that Joe Brady has something to do with that?
It's a dude. It became a curse, bro. I'm telling you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You don't think Joe Brady has something to do with moving on with Cam Newton?
No, they
no. That was all Joe David Tepper, bro.
Doing what he was told.
That was David Tepper.
Joe Brady was a fall guy.
Joe Brady definitely
That's all he ever was.
Joe Brady's way overrated. He's not a talented.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Joe Brady's not overrated, but what I'm saying is when Matt Rhule didn't know what to do anymore, his answer was to fire Joe Brady, and yet the offensive line was always terrible, and the quarterback was always terrible.
Yeah, so like when it comes to them moving on from Cam, I put that on all 3 because if Brady had been like, "No, I want to work with Cam," they probably would have kept Cam. If Rhule had been like, "No, I want to work with Cam," they would have kept Cam. So those 3 made the decision. All right, we're going to move on from Cam. Bring in a guy who, at his best, is a damn good backup QB in Teddy Bridgewater, and then you go a step down even further by bringing in Sam Darnold, who's worse than Teddy was. And never mind the fact that you never addressed the O-line until this past offseason. Every decision you made at the quarterback position just the shit got worse. So Baker can Newton, bro. Be okay.
I personally believe Marty Hurney got rid of Cam Newton.
I think Cam Newton.
No, Marty was
David Tepper wanted Newton gone.
I truly believe
that was David Tepper and Matt Rhule. The end.
No, I wouldn't even say Matt Rhule.
Facts,
I think it was Marty Hurney and David Tepper. Marty's done it before.
Why you think Tepper paid?
No. Wait, check it. The reason why I'm saying Matt Rhule is because if Matt Rhule would have kicked back on Tepper just a little bit, I have to believe Tepper would have listened a little bit.
No.
I mean, look, I know Matt Rhule is just gonna say yes to whatever Tepper tells him, but I feel like if Matt Rhule would have kicked back just a little bit, and then Tepper would have been, all right, I'm gonna give you a year with him or whatever. I mean, Matt Rhule was a yes man. I mean, he wanted a bunch of yes men around him. Remember, he built his staff with people and his team based on everybody that was going to say yes to him, and he didn't want no authoritarians in there over him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes, I can win without Cam Newton.
That shit started the destruction of what we know as the Panthers.
Never wanted somebody who can win without Cam Newton.
Marty Hurney signed.
Yes.
Marty Hurney signed Teddy Bridgewater in free agency, and then convinced Tepper, or told Tepper we can save X amount of money by cutting Cam. Matt Rhule's on here making press conference saying he wants to work. And Joe Brady's making press conferences saying we want to work with Cam Newton. And next thing you know, he's on the block to be traded.
But Pickle, Matt Rhule did not want Cam. Matt Rhule don't want anybody who's gonna buck.
He didn't want Cam Newton because Cam Newton was gonna command that team. The team was gonna listen to Cam more than Matt Rhule.
And Cam would have said, "Fuck this bullshit
playbook." I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Cam Newton was probably better off if he wasn't
win
here.
without Cam Newton, and Matt Rhule said, "Yes, I can win without Cam Newton. I don't need him."
Hey, real quick, Matt. Hey, I want to welcome Matt Corral. Will shine. Matt, are you there?
Are you the real Matt Corral?
What's up?
Are you the real Matt Corral?
What's going
I'm
on,
the real Matt Corral. Ready for preseason?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yep.
Let me get your autograph. I need some money.
I will, bro. I'm taking
what's
this
up, man? What you got?
Hey, Matt Corral, do you enjoy being a third string quarterback?
Whoa. You mean first string?
We're Brian.
You ain't first string yet. Sam Darnold's in front of your ass.
Yo, Brian.
No, he's not. Not to us, he's not. Not to us, he's not.
Hey, what you got?
He is right now.
Hey, what you got for the show, man?
Honestly, bro, as y'all were saying about Matt Rhule, I'm just get to the bottom line. He's a bum, and if he does not do good this year, bro, he's gonna get fired, bro. I mean, and the question is, who will we move on from if it's not Matt Rhule? Like, if he gets fired, what coach will we bring in?
Nobody.
It would probably be either Ben McAdoo or Steve Wilkes, I'd imagine. Because if Matt Rhule is out the door, there goes Phil Snow.
Honestly, I think Eric the Emmy will stay.
I mean, who else? At that point, who else?
Hey, Cody. Hey, Cody just touched on it. This is the other thing, man. When Matt Rhule leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 9 times out of 10, if we get a new coach, he's gonna want to bring in his own staff. So it's like, are we starting over again?
Yep. I'm telling you.
By the way, this is Matt. This is a Matt Corral pass right here. Matt is on the far end. Throws a dime to the opposite end of the field.
It's gonna stay with
Dude, look how fast that release is, Cody.
Dude, he legitimately
natural
has
talent.
One of the quickest releases. Man.
I'm telling you, Eric the Enemy is gonna take over the Kansas City Chiefs job. Once
dude, Matt Corral is a dog. Gee,
I
baby,
really hope Corral
you're
works
gonna really
out.
regret not jumping on this train earlier, bro. When Matt Corral tearing up the NFL,
I drafted him in fantasy.
You're gonna be like, damn, how did I not know this, man?
If he can work out, taking a DN next year will be huge, bro.
I'm telling you, I gotta trade Robbie Anderson.
They sleeping on that.
Let me ask y'all this. I wanted to get everybody an opportunity to speak on this. JD, I'll go to you, JD, first, and then we'll go to JC. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
JD,
you was about to say something.
No, I was wanting to turn the conversation to JC Horn. Once again, he's not practicing. He's probably not going to practice for the next couple of days. Are y'all worried about JC Horn?
We need to trade that motherfucker.
Nope.
Hell no.
We need to trade JC Horn, bro.
No.
You crazy? You want to trade everybody, man?
You want to trade everybody?
You call me
we need
crazy
to trade
for
JC Horn, man.
No, wait a minute. You call me crazy for trading.
If you don't play this year, bro, that's a bust.
Yo, relax, bro.
Bro, he's the 8th pick of the draft. And he hasn't played in 2 seasons. What the fuck?
No.
I mean, it's only been one season.
Crazy, bro.
I don't know.
What,
Wait
G-Baby,
till
would
this
you
man
have
gets healthy and starts shutting shit down, bro.
Cody, I think he's
Hey,
healthy. I
I'm
think they're being
saying.
patient.
we'll tell you something, guys. The guy is healthy.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's
Yeah,
called
100%.
it's called precaution. When you come off an injury, they're not going to push you like fuck in practice. They rather
That's
save
what
you
you're
in real
right,
games.
That's what I said about CMC.
Yep,
That's why
for
they got the
McCaffrey.
whole. That's what they got that pup list for, bro. It's just to give you. It's to save you from
Oh,
yourself.
bullshit. Yo, Twan.
Yeah.
Yo, you said what's his name is the greatest point guard of all time, bro.
I meant it.
So you said you use that same thing.
If y'all
for,
start talking basketball, I'm gonna kick both y'all asses out.
Everybody knows Isaiah
you
Thomas
use the
third,
same
third all
argument
time.
against
Basketball
Michael
sucks.
Jordan, though.
Basketball,
Yeah, I need my sports to have fear of
NBA, I love
CTE.
Slam ball.
basketball sucks. Baseball
Come on,
Slam
we need to
sucks.
get the
ball.
basketball
Sucks.
podcast
Even
going.
soccer sucks.
Basketball
Slam
does not
ball.
suck, sir.
Slam ball.
Hey, JD, if you can hear me, man, I'm gonna drop you out for just a minute. I gotta get somebody in here. I'm gonna put you back in just a minute, bro. Until then, I want to add my man,
We'll talk later
motherfucking
about that.
C-Dog.
Isaiah
C-Dog,
Thomas
what's
is
up?
What's going
Oh.
on, man? What's going on with everybody, man? G
Bro,
baby,
bro,
everybody.
Yo, Twan, we talk later.
Hey G baby, real quick, man. I called in. I'm at work and everything, man. In the woods hiding. I said, G baby in. I gotta call in. Word up. What's up, Cody? Cody won't hear. Got them last Friday.
Yeah, man, I had to take a day off, man. Y'all know I gotta get one of these Fridays to myself. Shit.
Yo,
It's all good.
Hey, motherfucker, you said you was at work? Where you outside, G?
Yeah, you eat.
Yeah, I'm outside, my nigga. But real quick though, anytime you come in this motherfucking goddamn chat or this goddamn podcast, make sure you goddamn hit the motherfucking like button and make sure you got motherfucking subscribe. You know what I'm saying? They do this shit every Tuesday, every goddamn Friday, man.
I'm gonna be real with you, C-Dog. I can't see you.
Hey, y'all do what C-Dog says, man.
You don't
If
need to
y'all
see me.
enjoying this content,
can't see you. I can't see you.
You don't need to see me. Hit
Hey,
the
man,
fucking like button.
Listen, there's
What the fuck you need to see
94
me for?
likes. There's 144 people. If everybody hit the like button
White
right
chocolate,
now,
I
man,
think
that
you
helps
look too
us
much.
get seen more and more and more. Hit that like button,
Look.
y'all.
Well, real quick, I said I'm at work, but look, man, I'm just gonna say a couple of things. I'm gonna let y'all get back to the show. But real quick, man, JC Horn hasn't done anything. JC Horn only played 3 games last season against bum ass team. Now this year, JC Horn will be tested against the NFC West and the other teams we have to play, like the Raiders and the fucking Rams and the Chargers or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Even the goddamn Bengals, goddamn JC Horn, got it better come to fucking play.
Yep. They all got receivers, right? All of them.
Hey,
And to me, what's up?
What do you do for work? Do you dig graves or something? Like, what
Yo,
do you do?
relax, bro.
Come on, man.
Yo,
Go on that, man.
Was that you who
y'all
asked that
don't-
question
y'all
today at training
don't-
camp?
Hold up, bro. Y'all don't think that we have one of the best young corners between him and CJ Henderson in the NFL? Like, that has a chance to be nightmare fuel, y'all.
And Dante.
Top 20.
Dante Jackson is a nickel corner. I mean, they should just put Dante at the nickel. That's just my personal opinion.
I agree. I've been
He too
saying that
little to
forever,
be on the
you know.
outside.
I agree.
Now, if you take Keith Taylor, got them 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? Keith Taylor played his whole rookie season damn near. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Keith Taylor is more polished than JC Horn, because JC Horn only played 3 games last year. So I'm looking to see Keith Taylor and got them CJ Henderson ball out this season for his cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? JC Horn hasn't done shit to me. Until JC Horn come out here and lock somebody down, lock somebody good down, then he hasn't done anything. That's in my eyes.
Hey, talk that, yeah.
More than Trevor Lawrence has, right, Cody?
Yo, Trevor Lawrence is better than fucking any quarterback to ever come out of South Carolina.
What you
So
talking
shut
about,
your
bro?
ass up right now.
Whoa,
yeah, that's right. Trevor motherfucking
Isn't
Lawrence
Taylor like
is the best
6'4"?
Give me Davis Mills, bro. Give me
and
Davis
some
Mills.
South Carolina.
Keith Taylor
Hey,
probably
but
won't play at
Davis
all
Mills.
during preseason games
He's 6'4" anyway.
because
But no,
Keith
hey, man,
Taylor's
look,
still hurt.
hold on. Look. Let me agree with C-Dog real quick. I've been saying put Dante at the nickel corner position forever. I feel like that's where he's best suited to be. And now you have bigger corners like J.C. Horn, C.J. Henderson, Keith Taylor. Put them on the outside. Let them man up the bigger X and Y receivers. And then, put Dante at the Z and let him cut off the middle. I think that's perfect. But again,
Cody, you heard Matt Rhule at his press conference, didn't you? They got a package where it's Dante and CJ on the outside with Horn at the nickel.
Nah, man, Horn can't be a better nickel than goddamn Dante Jackson, because Dante Jackson he's the fastest motherfucker on the team.
Matt Rhule said they got a package already set up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That package gonna get goddamn blown the fuck up. What the fuck?
It's CJ Henderson and Dante Jackson on the outside with JC Horn playing the nickel.
No, man, JC Horn not faster than Dante Jackson. That's how the fuck he gonna play nickel over Dante. That don't make any fucking sense.
Because it's Matt Rhule, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Matt Rhule, man. That's what Matt Rhule does. He mismanages all the talent on the football
Dante
team.
Jackson is 5'10". Keith Taylor 6'2". Everybody else is 6'1" plus.
He's 6'4".
He's 6'4".
Hey, now I will say this. I feel like a lot of teams are starting to put their best receiver in the more. Wanting to move JC around, that's fine. But don't let him stay in one position. Like, put him on the best receiver of every team. That's the type of player that JC Horn is.
But my thing is, he only played 3 games last year. I don't need to have JC Horn in the fucking slot until he got a year under his fucking belt. Then really, he shouldn't even be in the slot. Yeah. He should be on the fucking outside. Like, come on, man.
I want him on the outside. Right.
How you gonna put him at the slot? He only played 3 games last season. That's dumb as fuck.
That's Matt Rhule for you.
That's dumb as fuck, man. Man, what the fuck? That shit dumb as hell. That's dumb as hell. But oh man, real quick, I'm talking about these quarterbacks real quick. Now I'm gonna let y'all go. Now, real quick, Matt Corral. I think Matt Corral is. I mean, if it's a real quarterback competition, I like Matt Corral. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, he's young.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Say that shit, Cheeto.
He been throwing some good passes. I just feel like, man, man, I don't want to see Baker Mayfield or goddamn Sam Darnold, because we already know what the fuck they are. It's just fucked up that we kept Matt Rhule for another year. We should have just had a new coach this year. So I don't know how it's gonna look for Matt Corral if we do get a new coach next season. I really want him to get some burn this year in the preseason or the regular season, see what the fuck we got before we got to waste some draft picks next season on another goddamn quarterback. With a new regime, No, that shit go. New coach where he wants his own quarterback and shit like that.
Yeah. And they might not even give Matt Corral a chance if they're picking, top 5 or whatever, and there's some shiny new quarterback prospect there. They might not even give Matt Corral that chance. That's partly why I didn't even want Baker. But it is what it is, though, man. I mean, yeah, y'all already know I'm on team Matt Corral. That's my dude. I'm hoping that he can get some looks. Even if they don't play him full time, man, put him in at the goal line from time to time. Try and get him involved somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he better get some reps this motherfucking preseason. I know that. I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. If Matt Corral don't get some real reps during preseason, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off.
Don't get the reps to TJ. Watch with those dumbasses.
Now, how the fuck we still got 4 quarterbacks on the damn team? Like, come on, man, this shit dumb as fuck.
Hey, bro, y'all gonna tell me that Matt just made? Tell me that shit is not fire, boy.
Best throw I've seen all training camp. Best throw.
Oh.
That's one throw, bro.
The way, bro, it's such a tight spiral. The way the ball comes out.
And he throwing it to Keith Kirk. Well, he's not even throwing a goddamn Robbie Anderson or nobody like that. He's not even throwing to a number 1 receiver. He's still throwing a nice pass.
Hey, J Subs, you gotta head out. Oh, J Subs already left. All right, hang on. Hey, let me bring on my man Kendall to go. Kendall, what's up, bro?
What's going on, Kendall?
What's going on, Cody? What's going on, C-Dog, Twan, Panther Pickle? What's going on, everybody?
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I can't call it, man. I was doing something I had to stop because I can't use my microphone while I'm driving. See down.
What's up?
Did you let it come out your mouth that J.C. Horn is our best corner by far? By
No,
none.
he's not. No,
Yes,
he's
he
not.
is. Yes, he is.
How, sir? He only played.
Keith Taylor can't hold a camera to JC. JC got hurt like JC is our lockdown corner. JC
How?
Horn is
Who the
going
fuck
to
did
be.
I agree.
JC Horn is going
Kendall,
to
Kendall,
be
who the fuck did he lock down last year?
Huh?
Who did he lock down last year?
I'm just saying, big physical lockdown corner. We have been missing that. That's what we've been missing. If we build this defense right, well, first of all, I'm going back to what y'all said at the beginning. Matt Rhule, y'all know how I feel about Matt Rhule. Everybody and their mama know how I feel about Matt Rhule. Come on. They did not build this team right. They built the team from back to front. Didn't build it from front to back. So, I mean, and just like Twan said earlier, we're going to get a new coach. We're going to get a new coach. It's just, we're going to be in trouble, y'all. We just got to admit, we're going to be in trouble. The best thing that we could probably end up doing would be probably signing Baker. But see, they don't want to sign Baker. They don't want to get into that Sam shit again. So we sitting in a place right now. We're just in a purgatory right now.
But look,
really does.
Kendall, real quick, answer my question for me. Who did J.C. Horn lock down last season?
J.C. Horn was hurt last season.
He got hurt, see, dog.
Okay,
If we look at potential, if we look at potential on this team,
listen to me. The 3 games. Hold on, let me finish. The 3 games he played last year against 3 mediocre teams. Who did he lock down last year?
Who burned him though? Who burned him?
When do we start blaming players for not being able to play?
Real quick, did J.C. Horn lock down Julio Jones last season?
He was hurt.
He didn't play.
Did J.C. Horn? No. Did J.C. Horn lock down goddamn DeAndre Hopkins last season?
He didn't play.
But how you gonna blame him for something that he didn't even have the opportunity
wasn't even there to play?
No, because Cody, the way they talking, Cody, they talking like this motherfucker gonna lock down goddamn Devontae Adams or somebody last season.
Right, my man has not proved it yet, but no one's gonna deny that he doesn't have the potential to be that kind of player. Jason,
I can't say he has the potential.
How do y'all not know that?
When you go and look at
Keith Taylor hasn't done dilly in training camp because he's hurt.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You can't say Keith Taylor. You can't say Keith Taylor over J.C. Horn. Keith Taylor hadn't done that.
Ain't no way.
Keith Taylor played last year, sir.
I know that. I agree with that. He did. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying in training camp and preseason he's hurt. So
you go back and look at the games in which J.C. Horn was in, and then you look at the defense after he went out.
JD, what's up?
He was legitimately afraid to throw to his side of the field. So he legitimately was shutting down. It didn't matter that he didn't go up against a top. He didn't get an opportunity.
Do y'all not forget who we played last year? The first 3 games. Do y'all not forget who we played last year? The first 3 games.
I would say this as a Gamecock fan, someone who watched the man throughout college. All the elite wide receivers that are in the SEC, he gave them praise. Pure and simple.
He shut him down.
Old boy with the Falcons.
He gave him that business.
We might have won more games if J.C. Horn wasn't hurt last year.
And y'all talking about college. I don't give a fuck about what he did in college.
You talk with that's my point. The receivers he was going up against in college, LSU, that's in the SEC, Alabama, that's in the SEC. He played against a lot of the guys that are now premier receivers in the league. He shut them down.
Who did he shut down last season? No goddamn body.
He was hurt. The games in which he played.
The man broke his foot backpedaling, see, dog. He had a freak accident.
Man, look here.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying.
Let me say something. Let me say something.
The first game this motherfucker get burnt, I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucker J.C. Horn.
So look,
the best corners get burnt from time to time. The best corners get burnt from time to time.
Man, J.C. Horn ain't even fucking Chris Gamble. What the fuck wrong with
I've been
y'all?
trying to say we gotta trade J.C. Horn if we don't finish this year,
Time out. One at a time. I want to hear from the listeners to this shit. Torn, go ahead.
So look, man, this J.C. Horn, like the J.C. Horn hate is fucking new to me, bro. I didn't even know this was a real thing. But look, check this out. You got one person blaming a man for not even being able to play Sam. What did he do? Okay, he shut down in the first 3 games. You can only
He
judge him on
didn't
what
shut
he
down
actually
shit,
did.
man. Come on, man. Stop it. He didn't shut down nobody last year in 3 goddamn games.
You can only get on the man for what he actually was able to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? I think we would want more games if Jason Horn was still out there. So when did we start blaming people for getting fucking hurt and wanting to trade him and shit? For getting hurt.
Yeah,
I
man, I don't understand that shit.
What, the JC Horn hate? What?
And his players,
Man is doing
and I'm
this.
trying to give up on this man. That don't make no damn bit of sense to me, man.
You want Travis
You gotta
Etienne?
give this man some time.
You know what?
Bro.
You know what? If we gave up on a player
That woman's
because he
still
got
here.
hurt, then Thomas
That woman's
Davis
still
would have
here.
been cut a long fucking time ago.
Say that. Say
Very
that,
true.
Pickle.
So,
Then
so you
everybody
say you
would
want to cut
have
a
given up
player
on
because
Thomas
he's been
Davis.
hurt or
Yep.
trade him because he gets hurt, then you're pretty much telling Thomas Davis he a piece of trash. Exactly
So
what
Right.
you're
here's the other thing, like, so when do we get on fucking rookies for not coming in the rookie
Yeah, I
season
mean,
and locking
That woman's
veterans
shit
down?
happens. Shit happens. It happens
When
in
they're
the
from
NFL. It happens since
I
the
know,
NFL
but
began.
it's still the only place you can come out anytime.
Oh yeah,
You
let's
come
just
out anytime.
What the fuck is going on? Hey, listen. So
Hey guys, if you
yeah.
aren't talking, make sure you're muting your mics.
So when and the other thing, when do we get on rookies for not fucking locking down veterans that's been doing it at a high level for a long time? I mean, your rookie season is your learning season, and we gonna get on rookies
He's a top
for not
10 pick,
locking
Twan.
somebody down?
He's a top 10 pick, Twan.
Exactly.
Huh?
Which means he's not a
What
seventh
does
rounder
that
pick.
matter?
He's
Does
a
a
top
top
10
10
pick.
You
pick
still got
still
no.
not
Fuck
get to
that.
be
You
a
still got to
rookie in
come
the
in and
NFL?
learn, bro.
No, yeah. He's a starter though.
Huh?
He's a
Yeah, but
starter.
the top, but when the
But when
point remains
he
the
was
same.
playing, but when he was playing, he was
If
locking
you're a
motherfuckers up.
rookie player in the NFL and you've never played before, yeah, you're gonna get burned sometimes by the best players in the NFL. That's just how it goes, man. That's also how you learn. By the way, if Horn's sophomore year at South Carolina, then compared to his junior year, this man went back, evaluated his film, and got considerably better his
He's coming
junior
from a
year than
Clemson
sophomore.
fan.
This
That
guy
pick should have
is a
been Patrick
learner,
Surtain, bro.
man.
We always fuck up with our
Well,
draft
yeah,
picks,
fuck
dog.
Patrick
So, G
Surtain.
baby, that's your
How
biggest
about this?
argument,
No, how
right?
about this?
Sometimes y'all
Patrick
put too
Surtain's a
much
hoe.
fucking
They didn't draft you.
responsibility
You
on
wanted
people.
him
Let's
to
be
draft.
honest,
So
bro.
now
It
they're
should have been
trash,
left
right?
tackle.
Is that the deal? They don't draft you. You wanted them draft, so the player's trash just for that one reason.
No, Patrick Surtain's a hoe. How about that?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
it should have been
so
the
see
left tackle.
so see
like
dog.
this. With
See dog just
JC
put in the
Horn.
chat that JC Horn is improving. He's not because he ain't had a chance to fucking play yet.
Yeah.
JC Horn is one of the
How the
first
fuck you gonna
corners.
be improving after
JC
3
Horn is one of the first corners that we had. JC Horn is one of the first corners that we had right here in the Carolina on the Panthers squad with the attitude that he's got since Dante Jackson. When Dante came in his rookie year with the attitude and getting the picks and stuff like that, a tone setter, that's JC. That's we right now we don't have any type of culture, and this guy with his
G baby, you out of here. Hey, G baby, you out of your
Y'all out of
fucking
your goddamn mind, bro. Y'all about to make me lose my motherfucking mind tonight, bro. And I ain't trying to do that tonight, bro. But y'all talking crazy,
I'm
bro.
on Team JC Horn.
Lose it.
I'm on Team JC Horn, bro. How about this? At the end of the year, at the end of the year, look, at the end of the year, it'll be unanimous. JC Horn is the best player on our defense.
Listen, this is the thing, though. This is the thing.
That's going to be the best player on our defense.
No, let me say one thing before you go, Pickle. Listen to me.
Jeremy Chan.
So this is the nature of people. This is the nature of people. Yeah, I'm about to get on G baby ass right now. That's my brother. This is the nature of people. So look, this is the thing. When like Cody was saying, when JC Horn turns out to be that fucking guy this coming up season, right? Because you have people that don't like somebody for whatever fucking reason, then G Baby is gonna make up every fucking excuse. G Baby will never say, you know what, I fucked up. I was wrong with this. He's gonna get. I don't see it. I don't see
Oh,
it.
he's gonna do that on JC Horn Corral. He about to do that on JC Horn and Matt Corral. Let's go.
If JC Horn is a beast, G Baby, you will come on here and admit that man was a beast and you are wrong, right? You will do that, right?
Man,
Gee,
y'all some bitches.
I like JC Horn, bro. He's on my Madden. He's always on my Madden team, bro. I love his attitude. I like his size and everything. But I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at the big picture. He's got a broken foot, G, and it's still sore.
Picture.
We need to get the value, bro. I want value, dog. If he don't do shit this season, then what?
I'll say that I was wrong.
Okay.
Bro, I'm willing. I don't have a whole lot of money. I'm willing to put money.
JC Horn is the man. JC Horn
He's the
guy, bro.
Bro, I'm willing to put money on that man balling this year. He stay healthy.
Same.
I don't like to gamble because I like growing up. I saw how gambling did people in. So I don't like gambling, but I'm willing to put money on Horn being that dude this year. So long as he stay healthy.
And I'm willing to say this: if JC Horn stays healthy this whole year, he's going to be hands down our best defensive player.
He's going to be hands down one of the best fucking corners in the league.
Oh my God!
If I put money on
and then Cody, you gotta look at it like this. He's got a broken foot. He's got hardware in that foot. So when you got hardware in your foot like that or in your bone, it takes time to mend. So he's gonna be sore all this year. You can believe that. You can bet on that. He's gonna have soreness in that foot all this year.
Yo, if Fields played this whole year, we're gonna be thankful that we passed on him. Well, then Fields.
Thankful that we passed on who?
Fields. Justin Fields.
Okay.
Justin Fields.
I didn't want Fields anyway.
And maybe
you talking the Chicago quarterback, Justin Fields.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's saying we're going to be happy that we passed on him in favor of Justin.
I was glad that we did it that night.
Yo, Chicago is a horrible place just in general.
Let me tell you something else about corners too, man.
It's just that area.
Corners ain't
I'm not thinking about what could have been, should have been, would have been. I'm excited about Matt Corral.
The other thing about corners are not just about
DJ with Clemson.
Let me say something about corner. The corner position.
DJ with Clemson.
All I heard was Clemson, so I know it was something snide and coming from a fan of an inferior football team. So I'll just move on from that shit. But
go ahead, bro.
Hey guys, Clemson's a 7-win team this year, and that's facts, Cody. Clemson a 7-win team.
The corner position is not just about fucking.
That's the best y'all get.
Did you miss? I think you meant to say 11 or 12, bro.
Clemson falling, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Clemson is a dynasty falling.
We're just ignoring you.
Y'all falling off, Cody.
Y'all let Twan go.
They ignore me all the time, dude.
What the fuck?
Oh, my bad, Twan. Go ahead.
Who the hell motherfucking sound was fucked up over here?
But they trying to make me mad. That
corner
run shit this year.
That corner position is not just about fucking speed too. It's about strength as well, and that's jamming them up at the line, bro.
That's why, in my opinion,
it's not just about speed.
Yeah, I like Horn at nickel, not meaning that he's a third. Unlike Madden, not meaning he's a third string corner. When you actually go when you're in when you have two corners on the field, Horn's one of them. But when you actually line up with three corners on the field, I would put Horn in the middle. The reason why I would do that is because he's more physical. He's more physical against the slot receiver or the tight ends. A lot of teams are kicking tight ends out. Atlanta's going to use more tight ends than wide receivers. So they're going to kick their stud tight end out. And you want somebody that's physical. You want somebody that's going to knock that wide receiver off his route just a little bit within that 5 yards, and no offense against Dante Jackson, he gonna get run over. You line him up against tight end like that, he's got speed, yeah, but that's all he got. I mean, he's got speed, but Dante fits it outside. The inside don't always deal with speed.
You ain't never seen Dante jam nobody up at the line, bro.
No.
Man, Dante a fucking dog. Y'all better put some fucking respect on his
Nobody
name,
said he's not a dog. He is a dog.
He comes up and makes some hell tackles.
He wasn't a dog his rookie year.
I feel
he
like
his rookie year, so he should fail, right?
Wait, let me speak on Dante Jackson. I feel like Dante Jackson, we have asked so much of him, and yet we haven't really given him much help anywhere. When you can't stop the run and you're a corner, you're always having to worry about the middle of the line. So of course you're gonna get beat deep sometime, man. Like, we have asked Dante Jackson so much, and he's had the toe injury. I understand, but Dante has not been put in a great position to be successful. If you're asking me, I would like to see him play some more inside when they do get those slot receiver roles. You know, those Cooper Kupps, those Hunter Renfros. I think Dante Jackson would be perfect to put on those type of dudes. If you're going to have the bigger guys at nickel, like tight ends or Kyle Pitts or whatever, then you put J.C. Horn on them.
Yeah.
J.C. Horn has the size, the physicality,
like
and the speed to be able to shut them down. But ultimately, I think J.C. Horn needs to travel. We need to put J.C. Horn on their best receiver.
That's the beauty of this defense, man. Like you could do that. Like you could leave JC and CJ on the outside, move Dante in the slot. You could leave Dante out wide and CJ out wide. Hell, you could put CJ in at the nickel. Like this secondary. If Federer's ideal for this defense is meshing with Snow's ideal of what he wants the defense to look like, and it's to have like a stacked back end, which I mean, the defense plays in tandem, the same way the defense plays in tandem with the offense and special teams and everything. If the secondary is able to blanket receivers just that 1 or 2 seconds longer, that's going to allow the D line to get home, like the pass rush to get home. That's going to make all their jobs easier. So like, there's so much talent on that side of the ball.
Well, see, check this out though. See, you're going to have to ask that secondary to do a lot because of the weakness of our linebacker core. You see what I'm saying? They're going to have to step up and help with the run. They're going to have to step up and help with that slot receiver or that offensive end because of the weakness of our linebacker core. So you asking a lot of them.
So, man, one of the things I love about football, man, you know what I'm saying?
Tom, before you jump in on that thought, let me give my man Drew an out. Drew has to get out of here. And my apologies, Drew. I didn't even see your comment until recently. But no, you're the man, Drew. What do you want to tell these people before we get out of here, Drew?
Hey, I just want to say again, another great show, guys. It's always great to be on here with you guys. You keep pounding, and we'll get through this and deal with Matt Rhule somehow, guys. You guys have a great night.
That's it.
You too, Drew.
All right,
Drew, you're my guy, man. I'll see you next Friday, brother.
All right, fellas. We'll see
you
guys.
All right, peace and love. So, hey, man, let me drop Drew out, and let me add another well-respected guest to the lineup. My man John from Carolina. John, what's up, brother?
What's happening?
John,
what's up, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, Cody, can I say one thing real quick, though, G? You was talking about J.C. Horn traveling. I feel like that's C.J. Henderson, man. I feel like C.J. Henderson's a more polished corner. I feel like he's a better tackler. I feel like he has better hands. I feel like if anybody should be traveling, it's fucking C.J. Henderson.
Hey, wouldn't that be something if we have two corners with the capability to do that shit? I think that would be incredible.
In my personal opinion, I don't even feel like J.C. Horn should play the first month of the season. Just let him rest up. Give Keith Taylor them reps. Why not? I don't feel like we should rush J.C. Horn back. If he's who he is, let him rest up.
It depends on how healthy they are. But John, let me get John in on this. John, what you got for the show, big dude?
Man, I was listening to something, and we were just talking about this the other night, Cody, when I asked you if you had buyer's remorse for J.C. Horn, and I heard Panther Pickle say something that reminded me of a point I wanted to make the other night. Like, if you remember, one of the biggest knocks, because I know you had mentioned you wanted J.C. Horn to be a guy that moves around, on the best receiver.
Yeah.
But when Panther Pickle mentioned like the package that Matt Rhule talked about him being in the slot or being in nickel, it makes a lot of sense to Panther Pickle's point because he was talking about him being more physical and being able to bang a receiver off his route. And here's what's interesting. Like, if you look at like the way that they're building the secondary, similar to what we talked about with Seattle, one of the biggest knocks on Richard Sherman was the fact that he wasn't an island corner. Like, he was more of a corner that stayed on one side of the field because of how they were running that defense. And so J.C. Horn, while we may want him to be Richard Sherman, C.J. Henderson may actually be more of the Richard Sherman, and J.C. Horn may actually be more of Brandon Browner, because Brandon Browner was an animal. But Browner also played in the slot. He was that guy, but it still made him highly valuable. So we might not have that island guy in J.C. Horn, but what they want him to do, he may play it very, very
alcohol.
But by the way, like, I just don't think that there's been enough evidence to say that he is or isn't the island guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do think he has the potential to be one of the best corners in the NFL, man. He has that kind of talent. And I really do believe that about him.
He will be.
So I just want him to get a chance to do it,
Cody, I think he can do both, Cody. I think he can travel and he can be that island guy. Because this guy is this big as this guy, fast as this guy, athletic as this guy is. This guy is something. I'm going to see him all the way this year. That's my guy this year.
One thing that I like.
My timing is awful tonight.
with Steve Wilkes. With Steve Wilkes, we have three corners, I think, who could play anywhere on the field.
Yep.
Just got to give them the opportunity.
That's right.
This way, it challenges the other offense. It challenges the opposing offense to learn to scheme against our corners. Now that's going to help us because our linebackers suck.
The linebackers suck. That's going to be.
While I respect Keith Taylor,
our biggest weakness.
Yeah, we need to remember Keith Taylor is still injured, and he may not be ready by regular season.
Yeah, what team is that on the field with him?
Huh?
That's a high school team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a joint practice today with the high school team.
A joint practice with a high school team.
But you know what though? That high school team, you gotta imagine how them kids is feeling after today.
Like hype as hell.
Yeah, you gotta be real hype for them.
Like the running back for that team, the running back for that team scored a touchdown, and as soon as he's walking back, CMC is standing there like, "Hey, good job!" Slap him on the helmet.
Yeah,
shit. Hey.
High school kids, bro.
They wasn't playing against us, were they?
Watch that dude right there. That's 75 bigger than he is.
Yeah, because he's a lineman.
What are you talking about?
Because he's a lineman.
Man.
Yo, how'd y'all feel about that?
I hate this fucking team, man.
And I also I was looking it up.
Against them, were we?
Nah. They were on another field. It was just like they were practicing.
Hey, look, man. Look, I just like to point out that white chocolate espresso is wasted.
Yeah, he is. He been out there for a little while.
Y'all see this?
That motherfucker is wasted.
Hey, you know what? Hold on. I have a message from our father, okay? He's disappointed in you that you didn't finish that for us.
I've been working for 12 days straight, bro. I'm going to fucking drink.
Get it. Let's get it.
I also wanted to point out. So, I was looking up the other day for a lot of people that were saying that Baker was playing behind one of the best offensive lines in the NFL with the Browns. If he had one of the best offensive lines, how was he one of the most sacked quarterbacks last season?
Facts.
I was looking at the list, and it's like Derek Carr, him, and like just a handful of other cats. If he was if that O line was as great as people keep saying it was, he shouldn't have been in that list.
I can explain. I can answer that question.
I can explain because he's mid.
The reason why is sometimes quarterbacks run out of their protection, and he ran out of his protection a lot. He rolled right or rolled left sometimes, and ran out of his protection. I mean, I love Cam Newton. Cam Newton's my favorite Panther ever, but a lot of times Cam rolled out of his protection. You know what I'm saying? And then that's why he got sacked. You know, some guys don't like to stay there in that box, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for some guys to sit in that damn box.
Yeah, but Twan, here's another thing too. You also have to look at yards per attempt by the quarterback. So if you go back and look at his 2020 season, he had 7.7 yards per attempt. What does that mean? That means longer developing plays. So it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't think it helped him to have a different offensive coordinator every year.
I mean, are we going to pretend like
it can't?
Yeah. I mean, Baker Mayfield's better than Sam Darnold.
You are so gone. Hey man, look, hey Cody, what I was trying to say earlier, man, is like football, man. The football is just like it's a locomotive, man. And like if one part is out of fucking place, it's gonna fuck up the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the reason why you win games. The science for people. I always employ people that sit down and study the science of football, not just looking at a TV screen looking for points. The science is intriguing, bro. When you see how it works, when you see how it works, when you see how one guy doesn't do what he's supposed to do and how it trickles down with every other position. So when people go to starting to name one person and go, this person's not doing their job, whatever, it's like, are you looking at the whole field? Are you looking at the whole field? And what's really going on, bro?
Twan, to your point, that's why I'm so high. I know I'm the guy that throws out crazy record predictions on my show, right? And then I have to eat crow because of it, because I'm not afraid to say I'm wrong. I've always been a person that new information makes me change my opinion. So my opinion is based on a lot of just factual information that exists at the time, but also, a lot of hope as well. But that's why I believe a guy like Baker Mayfield can completely flip this franchise. And the reason I say that, and why I think he's a great starter for Matt Corral to come into, culture for Matt Corral to come into after the fact, is because with a guy like Darnold, like I remember there was this clip, I want to say it was McCole Hardman, where Patrick Mahomes went over to McCole Hardman. I think it might have even been in a playoff game. And McCole Hardman dropped like 2 or 3 balls, like, back to back. And he walks over to him and he's like, man, you good, man. You're going to do something special for us in this game. And I think he ended up with like over 100 yards receiving in that game and made a key play that helped them win that game. And it's just like, I don't think that even when we were at our peak, when Sam Darnold was playing out of his mind at the beginning of the season, I can't tell you one time I ever saw him walk over and do anything remotely close to that in a game, ever. And that matters. It doesn't matter how well or how talented you are when you play. It matters what kind of soul and spirit you bring to the sideline.
Exactly.
Give another example.
Check this out, though, John. Check this out. I was watching an episode of I Am Athlete, right? And these guys, and I forget, one of the guys was saying, I forget who it was, but they were talking about how these coaches and these organizations draft these players, and they play them out of position because they try to make them something that they draft them, and he's playing this, and then they try to make him something else. That's just like the craziness talking about playing Icky at guard. You see what I'm saying? The man's a tackler.
I don't know if I agree with that, man.
Yeah, he can play either position.
Yeah, no, I think Icky's a guard, personally. Go ahead.
Nah, Icky's a tackle, John. Icky's a tackle.
He can play either
position. He can be both. He really has the potential to be both.
Yeah, he can play either position.
I heard you say that too. I heard you say that too, Cody. I agree with you. But this man is our left tackle. I'm telling you.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question on top of that.
All right, go ahead, John.
So let me ask a question. Let's just say the reason, because when we look at the scouting report, Cody, we talked about this. Icky's scouting report was that he needed to develop more as a tackle in pass protection. But what made him desirable and what made him, by many standards, the best tackle in the league, or excuse me, the best tackle in the draft, or excuse me, not tackle, the best offensive lineman in the draft, was his run blocking ability. Like, his run blocking ability is elite level. So if that made us draft him over like a Neal or whoever else might have been on the board at the time,
Charles
I think
Cross, Neal.
would have been
Those
a tackle.
those are top 3.
So let me ask you this: if that's the case, and they consider him that, what is the league telling you? What do they value? They value teams that can run the ball, that can control the line of scrimmage, that can control the clock. Like, especially late in the playoffs, like deep in the playoffs, that's where Icky's going to be the most valuable at a guard position because of his ability to do that.
Not to cut you off though, John, but see, that's what I'm saying right there. Our physicality is something we've been missing for the last 4 or 5 years. You understand what I'm saying? Controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
But most of our sacks don't come from the left tackle spot. It always comes from interior. Like, if you go look at the sacks came from interior pressure.
And by the way, how is a quarterback supposed to be successful if he doesn't have a clean pocket to throw the football? Like, I would argue that in today's NFL, guard play is more important because more of these quarterbacks are able to evade edge pressure more easy than they are to evade an interior rush, where then you have to move out.
Cody.
So that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Imagine if we can run the ball with Christian McCaffrey, but with Ikem Ekwonu at left guard, pulling downfield, moving linebackers out the way.
Ain't nobody gonna want to be in front of that.
Soon as we sign Bradley Bozeman and sat Pat Elflein on the bench, we fix that problem.
Well, we got to see first. You got to see.
Elflein's still getting snaps. What you talking about?
And he don't need
it.
He need to be cut with that long snapper. He needed to be cut with that long snapper.
I know, but Rhule keeps on playing him.
And to Twan's point about people not paying attention to
we all know that.
People not paying attention to the science of the game. Like, another example of that is how so many people, I keep hearing and reading articles about how Brown, is it Derek Brown?
Yeah.
Step up. That man, like, there's so many instances from last season where he was doing his job and it was the guy to his right or his left, or more importantly, the middle linebacker not doing his damn job.
Exactly.
Like, there were instances where he's taking on, you got one man demanding that 2 other grown men to block him, because if you don't, I'm going to make the tackle. The linebacker's not there to crash the hole. The whole
Cody,
lane
we just
opens
talked
up,
about that.
and the linebacker's not crashing down. Or
we just talked about that, Cody. But a lot of the reason that if Derek Brown was in a dedicated 4-3 defense, he'd be a Pro Bowler.
Exactly.
If you don't, it's like, man, to JD's point, if you don't study the science of football, you always blame the wrong person, bro.
Always.
You always find yourself blaming the wrong person. You just cannot just look at shit. And like right now, you know what I'm saying, for anybody that's interested in listening, and you got a lot of intelligent guys on this panel right now, is when somebody is trying to teach you the science of football, listen. It's a valuable lesson. You will see the game differently. It's not just about, ultimately it's about scoring who wins, right? But when you understand the science, you see the game differently. You enjoy it more. You can't sit there and go, you like when he said with Derek Brown, we saw that man get doubled a lot last year or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when somebody next to him is not doing his job, somebody who has an eye for football notices that.
But see, Twan, here's another thing about this whole doing your job kind of thing. Yeah. What Phil Snow does is very much, you know how Mike D'Antoni, I know y'all don't want to talk about basketball, but like Mike D'Antoni,
very
is like
soft. It's tissue paper, G.
Super fast paced, You know what I'm saying? Like
Too
you have to
finesse.
have specific kind of players to run a Mike
Yeah,
D'Antoni.
D'Antoni was all about offense.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like with Phil Snow, this multiple front situation, they've got players that they could plug into any kind of like solidified front, but they do so many different variations. We talked about this, Cody. Coming out of college, the reason why YGM was so highly touted is because in a wide 9 stance where you're kind of, maybe a step or two off from, whoever the tackle is beside you, YGM could bull rush, better than a lot of people that were coming out of the draft that year, but he's never been put in that position here in Carolina. So if he were to go somewhere where he was more of a dedicated end, he might actually see more success, because sometimes he lines up in a 3-tech, and it's like, it's kind of head scratching because they're playing more DBs than they do a lot of times tackles. And so that's why, because even with that being said, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 DBs, Derek Brown is still, like, even his rookie season was the most double tackle in the league. So like it's hard to grasp like your true position when they do so many different things. But kudos to the guys for actually posting such a good defense in spite of that.
But that's what I'm saying. We
That's a
play
great
so
point,
many
John.
people kind of out of position, and just like you said, kudos to everybody on that defense just to be that good to run a different position, play out of position because they're so athletic.
Yeah. I got a feeling, man, that it's a good possibility that Matt Rhule, while he may not be the guy for this team, he may have very well put the pieces in place to kind of have a situation where another coach comes in, sort of like Mike Singletary and Jim Harbaugh, where another coach comes in and flips his team around like in a year, just because of all the talent that's actually here.
That's true.
We're not missing much. We're just missing a little ingredients in the right place. That's what we're missing.
Okay, I got to interrupt.
Yep.
I'm going to talk to this K Adams in the chat. Let's understand something. I understand you don't like Baker, and that's your privilege. But let's understand something. You're cheering for a sex fiend is coaching your damn team. Is your quarterback. And in all honesty, I think he's going to be out for the whole year. But you keep coming back because I know you and your Saint fans are really Panther fans.
That's not cool either, Pickle. That's not cool either, man.
Yeah, right.
We don't know if he's a sex. I mean,
it's my personal opinion.
But it's just like throwing it. You can't get on somebody for throwing a shot at.
Let me ask you something, dude. You realize
you get mad at somebody throwing a shot at Baker, then you threw a shot at, and then you threw a shot at.
In the city of Cleveland, they're having a massage therapist.
I just pulled it up. I just pulled it up. You cannot make this shit up. There is the National Massage Therapist Convention is going on in Cleveland, and it's 1 block away from the Browns Stadium, bro.
Wow.
Bro, you can't make that shit up. Bro, that is hilarious.
Hey, Cody, man, I gotta. Let me ask
really
Cody
wanted
a
to.
Yeah. Let me hear John's question. Go ahead, John.
This is, off topic, but sort of on topic to what Pickle was just talking about. In all honesty, man, like, take the fact that he didn't come to Carolina, that he went to Cleveland. Does it, being a Clemson fan like I am and you are, does it not break your heart what's going on with him, man?
No,
like,
it doesn't.
Yeah. No, Kevin, you don't get to say shit. Shut up. How about this? Well, I'm talking about this. No. Well, I'm talking about this. You and JD don't get to say shit while I'm talking about this. All right? That's it.
Love it.
No. I didn't try to hear none of y'all.
I want to hear from the South Carolina fans. I mean, from the Clemson fans.
All right, I muted both of them. All right, so look, this is what I believe, man. If you were to ask me, John, in my lifetime, if there was one player I never thought would ever be tied to these kinds of accusations, I would have said Deshaun Watson.
100%.
Hands down, I would have said Deshaun Watson. And I've said this before, I never got to watch Cam Newton at Auburn in real time. Mm-hmm. So me being a college football fan, Deshaun provided me two of the most fun seasons I have ever had watching football in my entire life. And it's like, dude, that 2015 and 16 years, dude, that was incredible, man.
Yeah.
And it's like now, even still, it's like it sucks because I have to admit this dude definitely has some perverted tendencies.
He does, yeah.
That's real. But at the same time, it's like I'm a fan of him, the football player, and I am interested to see what kind of player he's going to end up being with the Browns. But like the fact of the matter is, no matter what, Deshaun Watson, this is going to be a cloud that is over his head the rest of his life, no matter what happens, and he's not going to have any say-so about it.
The rest of you are Clemson fandom.
Yeah,
you're right. And I'm with you on that, man. Like if it could have been
can I
any
say
other
something
player.
after John, man?
After John, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it could have been any other player but him. But to speak to your point, I will say this because I did, like you, I watched those 2 seasons. I watched the heartbreaker that we lost 40, I think it was 41-43, and then the one that we won the year after on the Hunter Renfrow walk-off. But like, I'll say this though, to your point of what you said about Cam Newton. I have been a Clemson fan for a long time. My brother played against Tebow in college, and Cam Newton had the best single season of any college football player I've ever seen.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure.
And
I have no
what
problem with
Deshaun
that.
Watson
And hey, by the way, one more thing before we go. Did y'all know how hard 2015 was for me and John?
No.
Bro, both our college and professional team made it all the way to the championship.
Yeah.
Just to lose it, man. John, that year is one of the most bittersweet years that I have ever experienced in my entire life.
Within a month's time.
I was trying to say
get it done.
That in defense of Deshaun, that if he wasn't such a notable figure, that whole story surrounding him, it would be a non-story. If he was just like a regular dude, how do you think a bunch of people would have got together?
Cowboy. It would be
a part of me feels some type of way about that. Like a part of me does feel some type of way about it. Like
so what I wanted to say with the Deshaun Watson is this, and I asked that, like, give me 2 minutes, man, please. And I might be in the minor of this, and this is this, man.
You are, but okay.
It's like, all right. So check this out. All right. This is where I'm gonna start with this. He went to court, and he was found not guilty criminally. And then, if you know anything about the court system, then it was civil. And originally that man didn't want to pay. And then I'm assuming he paid to get this over with. And then the NFL has a group of rules that they weren't getting right, so they sent it out to an independent arbitrator who came back with a 6-game suspension based on NFL, the way they've done things in the past. And then this new thing that we live in, which is called the court of public opinion. And they did everything they were supposed to do, and then the public said, nah, it's not right. And now he could be facing a whole another year besides the year that he missed. Because the public opinion says that wasn't enough time. But my thing is this is my thing. And I'm not trying to take it there, Cody. I just want to just be serious about this. It seems as though in the time that I've lived on this earth with football, that more times than not, that they're making examples and they're changing the rules and doing new shit with black athletes.
That's because black athletes in the NFL make up 74%.
I know this. But when some shit has been done of just another egregious. It's like this. It's like when we're sitting there saying he's with sex, whatever. I mean, damn, bro. I mean, some shit is just of, and I'm not trying to cover up anything. It's of a man's nature.
I will say, like, a lot of it is very convenient. Like, there's a lot of things that came out after he said, "I want to trade."
Can I say this? Like,
There's a
can I say
lot.
that the truth? Can I say that the truth is probably
Yo,
somewhere
white
in the
chocolate
middle?
espresso drunk as fuck. dog.
Yeah, he is.
Yo, I killed a bottle of fucking whiskey.
Done.
No, but look, I mean, he's really not
Now,
wrong though.
say
Like,
But look,
like,
hold on.
wait, hold on.
I wanted to finish my point,
Let
though.
me,
Listen.
wait, let me respond right quick, Tom, because you're on to something for real.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I was saying about Deshaun when it first started. My thing is this: like, two things can kind of be true. I kind of feel like maybe the Houston Texans, they had this on hand and they knew that this was an issue. And as soon as Deshaun made it known that he wanted out of Houston, okay, well then now the floodgates were open. On the other hand, and by the way, you heard me talking to John. I'm biased. I'm a Clemson fan. Like, I also think that it's very real. 6 different women coming forward saying some shit. But yeah, my man probably had a fetish for some rub and tugs, and that's what he was about. And he was in a position of power, so it was probably easy for him to just be like, yeah, man, what's up? And then it probably happened more times than it didn't. Now, obviously, that's not going to go over with every different woman who's out there trying to make a legitimate living as a massage therapist.
That's where it became an issue.
I mean, just being real, I think that both of those things are true. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I thought that was Nick. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, just I think because of the it's very suspicious.
Man,
franchise in general. It could be any other franchise. Yeah. Houston Texans. It's just that little sketchy.
My thing is this: where was this fucking and look? I know people's like, "Oh, you're gonna go there." What was this outcry? Okay, so listen, you got one guy. I'm not trying to be funny. One guy likes his fucking nuts being played with, but what was this outcry from America when Ben Roethlisberger actually was accused of raping 2 girls?
Yeah, I said that too. And y'all remember Peyton Manning had some crazy accusations.
What? No, Cody, where was the public cry out then?
You can make the argument that social media wasn't such a big deal back then. But
that's very true. But let me.
People love Peyton Manning though.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Yeah, let me get John. Go ahead, John. Go ahead, John. Hey, John, you there?
One of the ways I'm gonna, and I'm not particularly taking up for Deshaun Watson, but one of the things to me that he's gonna always have on his side is that, look, the rules is this: when a woman says no, then it becomes inappropriate.
Yeah, now I can.
And it doesn't sound like a lot of times the word no was said to this guy, which is why they took the money and then I'm not fucking stupid, man. I know why.
Yep.
I'm not.
John, I can hear you now, John. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. My bad, man. I'm not at home at my computer. I'm on the phone. But Twan, I wanted to say something real quick, man. So there's a couple of things that can be true. Number one, yes, we live in a society where the rules of engagement are different for certain people. That's just always kind of been the case, right? So we know that. That's one. 2, yes, social media wasn't around as prevalent as it is now when Ben Roethlisberger had his accusations, or Kobe had his accusation, and many others, that this existed for.
But let me just say this to Roethlisberger did it. Social media was alive and well.
Well, let me just make a bigger point, right? Because, like I said, the rules of engagement are there. Like with a guy like Deshaun, me being a believer, I always reference different things, man. Because Deshaun has always maintained his innocence. Here's the reality. But here's the reality, though, Twan. His innocence may be the fact that what he feels is consensual is the right thing to do. And the Bible says in Proverbs that there's a way that seems right to a man, but it leads to death. So, like, the thing is that this guy's really got to take this opportunity that he got where he didn't go to jail and clean his life up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So here's my only thing with
The,
that
the, the, other,
is
the
the
other thing.
separation of
Okay,
church
go
and
ahead, man.
state.
Go ahead,
You
man.
know,
My
but
fault.
I agree with the point that you're making, and making bad choices that are looked at as immoral to a lot of people or a good number of people can send you down a wrong path. But at the same time, there does need to be a separation of church and state.
Mm-hmm. Here's the
When you
last
say
thing, Cody.
separation of church and state, like I'm all I'm saying is this. Like I get what you're saying in theory, but the reality is that if Deshaun was living by certain principles and moral code, we wouldn't be in this situation, would we?
We could say that about a lot of people. We
A
could
lot.
say
We
that
could.
about.
Yeah, we
We
can't
could.
just put
Say
that
that.
We could
on
say it.
Deshaun
Hold on.
Watson.
We could say it
Hold
about a
on.
whole bunch of people, but here's what
We
we
could
can
say it
also
about
say.
just about
Wait,
all the
hold on,
rest of us
let
at
him
this
finish.
chat. We all make
Let him
bad
finish. Let him
moves.
finish. Let him finish. Let him
Come
finish.
on, man. You're not gonna
Well,
put
you're
this on
right.
Deshaun Watson, bro.
We can say this about a lot of people, but the fact is that everybody's not Deshaun Watson. A lot of people don't have that spotlight on them like that. So it
Yeah, but
applies in all areas of anybody's life. But what I'm saying is ultimately is that there has to be a code of conduct that I mean, even if you just take the Bible or anything like that out of it, man, like, fam, you should just know not to move like that. Even there was a chick there was a chick that supported him that even came out and said, yo, dude, got to slow down. This was early in the process.
Yo, do people care about the
Well, it
90s
doesn't come out.
Cowboys?
His image has already been tarnished. It's already been stained. He'll never live this down. I don't care if they give him this year right here. If they only give him 6 games, 8 games, or whatever. I mean, it's always going to come up. So he didn't get any criminal charges, and that's what you said. He's getting another
my thing
chance.
is this,
He's
though.
getting another chance at it, but he had to pay the civil money, but his image is tarnished forever.
So why are we holding Deshaun Watson to a higher fucking standard than the president of the United States? When Donald Trump was the
plays
president,
quarterback.
when your president of the United States was disrespecting women in open air, and now a
But
football player,
Twan, I get what you're saying.
player
But
Give
has
me
to
a
be
high five,
able
Twan.
to-
Give me a high five, man.
We know the rules of engagement, Twan. That's why I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Twan, we know the rules of engagement. We know it's different for different people.
Please.
Yo, it's all about.
So hey, look, I'm gonna jump in on this, and I think that's what John is saying. Like, and this has been made known. People in position of power, the rules are different for them. Yeah, I mean, really, like once you have a certain level of power, you're going to be able to get away with things that your average person wouldn't. Look, this is the final thing I want to say about the thing. I think that the NFL is making a mistake by not just going with the 6-game suspension, because I think now Deshaun is going to appeal it, and I've heard that if he ended up suing, then he might end up being able to play the first game of the year no matter what, because they won't be able to suspend him if it goes that far. So it's like you would have been better off giving him the 6-game suspension, citing precedents with other quarterbacks, and then it's going to move on. And by the way, if you're Deshaun, like, people say, oh, it's not enough of a stance, just 6 games by the NFL. But you have to understand, if you're Deshaun Watson, they are never going to talk about you the same way ever again.
Exactly.
Even if you win the next 4, you're always going to be the creepy massage pervert.
Yeah.
Like,
Cody, when is the mob ever happy?
That just is what it is now.
So, but the owner of the Patriots, what's he gonna be known as he keeps winning?
It don't matter. He's an owner. That man's a billionaire.
That shit got kicked out.
The owner going in the legal spots to get massages, but nobody says shit.
And
Twan, can I ask you a question?
And that's why the Players Association.
Welcome to America.
I'm tired of it.
Thank you, Twan.
Some people got to stay in their place and others don't.
Twan, let me ask you a question.
Twan, Roger Goodell had all the power that he did everything the way he wanted to do it. And
Cody,
yet the Players Association, at the last, they agreed to the CBA. The CBA states that Roger Goodell has to have a third-party arbiter handle these.
Yeah.
So
you ain't gonna use it. So if you ain't gonna use it their conclusion, then why the fuck have one if you're gonna overrule it?
Because now everybody else is screaming at the NFL that ain't right.
Cody, one of the things that you should know about that case, Cody, and I'm telling people, if you loved Deshaun Watson before, don't stop loving that man. Don't stop. Don't stop. Like I mean, he's a human being. Because the thing is this, and I believe in right and wrong. One of the things when you look deep into like conversations with that situation is this: the word "no" was often never cited. When a woman says no, then it becomes harassment. These women were not telling him no.
So you're telling me that 26 women said, "Sure, go ahead."
And half of them, here's the truth, and half of them wanted to try and be in a relationship with him, which
So
he
they were
said
all
no.
hoes. So Deshaun Watson went to a bunch of hoes. You get a rub
I'm
down.
not saying that. I'm not gonna put it in.
Well, I did. I will go right out there. That's what it sounds like.
It's never black and white though. It's never black and white. There's so
Right,
many different
guys. No, look. I'm gonna dead the conversation there because I think Nick hit the nail on the head, and that's what I've been saying. Like none of us know, guys. Literally, not one of us on this panel knows what happened behind closed doors. It's all just speculation. If you feel like Deshaun,
well, I'm going about what Deshaun said and what those women said.
Hold on, time out.
And they were like,
all I'm saying is that if no matter what we say about it, Deshaun Watson isn't gonna play football again, and none of us really know what happened. So it's like,
I don't know, man.
we're just gonna have to get over it. And we're gonna have
if he takes the NFL to court, it keeps ugly. I don't know if he's gonna play again.
Yo, Cody, I know exactly what happened.
He didn't get convicted of anything.
I know, but if he takes the NFL to court and he wins, we could be dealing with another Kaepernick situation all over again.
You know what though? The truth of it is, it don't matter. Cleveland still has to pay him. It's $230 million.
Bottom line.
And at the end of the day, the Panthers are going to go.
It's just like with Michael Vick. When it wasn't until Michael Vick was the highest paid player in the NFL until that dog shit came out.
Michael Vick played good though.
That dog shit was going on the whole time.
Michael Vick played great.
Yeah.
I do know that the
was
Panthers
amazing.
are going to go.
That massage shit was going on the whole time, and then the Texans broke that shit up and the man said no.
I never seen a guy who put $7 team. It was amazing.
I like what Karen Joy says. She says, I don't care for the whole thing. Just the fact that Calvin Ridley got indefinitely suspended while Sean got.
That's some bullshit.
He was betting on his own team.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
He had faith in his team.
Yeah, that was wrong
He
too.
didn't appeal it, so he owned up to it.
That was wrong too.
Hey, guys, we just went 3 hours and 7 minutes. 3 hours and 7 minutes. We're a legit podcast, y'all. In the time that we're not shouting over each other, you know. Yeah.
That's passion.
We
That's passion.
we lack 3 likes from actually having the watch now and the like button the same thing.
Hit the like button.
We need 3 more like buttons, y'all.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Three people
Hey, Cody.
that haven't hit the like, just hit that like. That's
Cody,
it. That's
can
all we ask, man.
Can I announce something, Cody, that I would love to do, man? You know what I'm saying? Before, and I don't want it to be a matter of fact thing. Is there any way we could take 7 seconds of a moment of silence, man? It's been a year since 704 passed away, and he loved this show, and this is why I do the 704 show, man. Is there any way we could show homage to him and that family and taking 7 seconds of it? It's been a year since he passed away, and 704 loved all Panther content, so if that's possible, I'm asking you,
how
Cody,
about this? We'll do 7 seconds of silence, and everyone in the chat room put the 7s up for our brother 704 bound Charlotte, Stephen Gray. Moment of silence. Seven. That's it, man. Shout out to
you, boy.
Stephen Gray, man.
Love you, boy.
Much love, brother. Much love. We know you're still watching over us, watching these Panthers, man. And boys, that's it. man. The Friday free for all. We done did it again, man. I see them sevens. Put them sevens up. Keep them going, man. I like that. I like that. Hey, man, we show our respect for Panther Nation, man. Respect the dead. You know, respect everybody who's left their mark on this Panthers community, man. That's how we do it. Gentlemen, is there anybody that would like to plug anything before we get out of here, before we jump out of here? Anything you want to say? A final thought? Whoever, man.
Yeah, man. I'll be in Charlotte up in when we do the Fan Fest, and I'll see Cody there. I'm shit with Cody. I'm fucking do everything I can to annoy Cody. And it's gonna be amazing. I love it. What's your favorite beer, Cody?
Yo, you said you were gonna take me to the strip club. You think I forgot?
Exactly. We're gonna go to the strip club. I'm gonna
strip clubs and wings. White chocolate. White chocolate espresso, strip clubs and wings.
Hell yeah.
Yo, Kevin's trying to get me a case of the monkeypox or something, bro.
Yo, we're gonna get Cody.
He's trying to fuck around and give me the
Yo, I said C3, we're gonna get Cody and we're gonna get some stripper still on his lap.
You said we about to turn up. All right.
He's gonna go around that strip club. And he's gonna
hey, Cody, we'll get in trouble, Cody. We'll be on HBO Real Sports right
I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be amazing.
I mean, hey, that might be my big break, Twan.
Hey,
that might be my big break. Come on.
Yo, Twan, it's gonna be the greatest episode ever.
Then Cody got 28 girls.
All right, so hold on, let me Twan, shout out your stuff before we leave, bro.
Hey, look, man. Look, owner proprietor of the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Y'all know we do the show for the love of the Panthers football, also in memory of our fallen brother that's still with us spiritually, man. And we love our format is just like this. I mean, we love Panthers football. We break it down, you know what I'm saying, and do our thing every it's now moved to Wednesday night. We moved to Wednesday night because we didn't want to have our show going while they're going, you know what I'm saying? Like Cody said, it's enough out here so everybody can eat, and we didn't want to, block up with those guys. So we're on Wednesday nights, and come check us out. Also, there's a memorandum video up for 704, the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. Go check out that video of him and his family and the celebrations and things that we did with him. You'll love it. It's outstanding, man. And I love being on here with all of you. I'm on everybody. My name, Pickle, John, G-Baby. They got my man Nick up there, you know what I'm saying? Me and my man Nick, our relationship is growing. I know I'm long-winded, you know what I'm saying? But I love all y'all. My boy White Chocolate Espresso down there, you know what I'm saying, on this drunk night. Look, and look, it's a phrase that black dudes use all the time, bro. I want to get white boy drunk.
Hey, what time is your show on Wednesday, G?
You know what I'm saying? My man JD, who I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, my man Ken Dow, bro. Been doing this guy for a minute, man. The boy Cody for giving his platform, you know what I'm saying? And we talked about that tonight, man. Let's support all this Panthers content, man. You don't have to just choose one thing. And if somebody's choosing to talk about stupid shit all the time or whatever, that's not Panthers content. All right? And if John down there, love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We got to do something,
too, bro.
We got to do something in the future. And I love all of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's my plug.
That's it, man. That's it. Shout out to Twan for showing up. Kenneth Panther Pickle, you still there?
Hold on.
Yeah, man. Shout out your content, man. Panther Pickle's he's a YouTuber now, man.
I do some videos here and there. It's at Panther Pickle. I'm on Twitter a lot, and y'all just come back and see us and hit me up. And I don't do a lot of them, but I'm doing some here and there when I can. And go Panthers!
Yo, Pickle, invite me to the. I'll come fuck with your show, bro.
All right, I'll do that someday, brother.
Yeah,
Also, to the dude, Ohio boy in the chat, brother, you come back and see us. I know you were really a Panther fan.
Oh yeah, hey,
don't
you know we got a bunch of Panther fans We got a bunch of fans that say that they're Browns fans and shit, but we see what podcast they're showing up to. So
yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yeah, man. All right, I think that's it. Does anybody have anything else they want to say before we get out of here?
Cody, that Bitcoin locks your chat today.
You got John. Got John up. I mean, I'm Nick.
Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, I was saying, Twan, like, yo, William down there is trouble.
I ain't hear none of that.
I didn't hear it either.
Hang on.
We gonna take Cody to a strip club. That's
Oh yeah, I told you, man. Wings and
That's a
cheeks.
done deal.
Wings and cheeks.
Yo, Kevin's trying to give me the monkeypox, bro.
Yeah,
hang on,
exactly.
my man John.
100%.
Hey, hold on, my man John, you still there?
No,
Yes,
he
sir.
ain't there. He went
John,
to
One
check
Carolina.
his
Tell them,
papers.
hey man, yo, we just did a video on One Carolina's channel, me, Tony, and CK. Y'all go and check that out, man. That was a fun
Go check
time.
that out.
Yeah, that was a great discussion. Warren, tell them where they can find you, brother.
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to, after this show is over, I'm going to do an instant premiere of a clip from that interview that we did, Battle Royale, where we talk about the offensive line issues that are going on. So if y'all want to check that out, just subscribe to One Carolina. You can check out merch if you like, onecarolinashop.com. Man, I appreciate y'all. Panther Nation, keep pounding.
Hey, John. Hey, I need to get with you. Do I have your number?
No, but just hit me on Twitter and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I need to holler at you tonight for 5 minutes. I'm gonna hit you on Twitter.
Twan,
Yeah, do that.
you for a fan fest. So
Hey, man.
So,
Hey,
Cody.
somebody get white chocolate espresso, some coffee, please, man.
so I gotta say one last thing real quick before we get out.
Yeah,
of here.
Nick, go ahead,
So,
Nick.
Yeah.
the last couple of weeks.
Give Nick the mic. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah.
Who I see.
The last couple of weeks, I gotta send a little bit of love out to Panther Pickle, G Baby, Swan,
Yes, sir.
The after party show, man. That is where it's at. Okay.
Yeah,
we all
bro.
have fun on the Friday free for all, but the after party. That is
Bro,
where
y'all
we're
need to
at.
come to overtime, bro. And look, Cody might need to let this shit just run some days. Bro.
Hey, Twan, what time is your show on Wednesday nights now, G?
8:30.
8:30. Is that 8:30?
But G baby, because I'm
That's
black, it
8:30
probably don't
Eastern?
start until 9.
But yeah, dude. Last week it was me,
We don't do
Twan,
shit
and the
on
two
time.
Cleveland guys. We hung
Yeah.
out for like another hour and a half after the show. 2 weeks before that, it was basically the five of us. For what, an hour and a
Overtime,
half,
bro.
almost 2 hours.
John to go to work.
Just
Friday
talking
free
life.
fall overtime.
Hey, you know what, Nick? You know what that's called, G? That's called genuine love, bro.
Yeah. Hey, kid,
Yeah, bro.
It's all warm and fuzzy up in this bitch, yo. What? It's all warm and fuzzy in this bitch.
Hey, look, Cody might stick around tonight to see what the fuss is about.
I mean, if I don't have to take an emergency dump, then
I know, I was gonna say, you don't have to take a big ass shit.
Cody can't take
Yo,
a big
bro,
ass shit.
y'all thought I was playing.
Bro, that shit was so funny.
Yeah, I really had to go.
He said, sorry, yo,
Hey,
but I gotta go take a big
Fucking very first words after the show.
Nah, that wasn't my very
Hey,
first
Cody,
words.
look.
I waited around just a minute, and then I was like, all right, boys, I got to go take care of business, if y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Hey, Cody, I ain't even gonna try to. Like when you said that last time, and everybody knows Cody is relaxed, so Cody can take the jokes and shit. I was like, soon as you left, I was like, he's gonna wipe Cody's ass, man.
Hey, bro, don't you know?
He
Hey,
got
don't you
an
know?
automatic wiper.
I got somebody special.
Damn, Cody got a designated ass wiper.
Hey, I live in the 21st century, bro. I got a bodega. What
No,
you
you don't.
talking about, dog?
No, you
Oh
don't.
yeah, the bodega, bro. Yeah,
No, you don't.
there's
bro.
people out there that don't even know what that is.
But hey, man, look, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here.
Hey, G baby, stand up. Hold up, Cody. G baby, stand up. Now, hey, no, move to the left, Sam. To the other, yeah, right. A little bit to the right. Stop. You see, anybody see Nick with G baby's body?
You know what? Hey, if his camera was a little bit lower, I'd say it's about right.
It looks right.
Bro, you dumb as
That's
hell.
it, Todd.
Bro, y'all dumb as hell. All right, yo, that has been the C3 Friday Free For All. My name is Cody Lashing.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Until next time, keep pounding.